Welcome in, everybody, to the Cool Down Den. I'm your host, Stu. What's up? You guys love him so much. We had to bring him back. We got Jay Mello in the building. Damn near co-host at this point. He's been on the show so much. But then we have two lovely ladies here talking about a very great topic of the digital world and what is like the difference between the digital world and the real world, and how we put on different personas to fit different masks. It's gonna be a great topic today. But joining us today, we have Blaze Bunny, a baddie extraordinaire, somebody who's really good rivals, really good person, all around, very funny person. Just has bad internet. But then we
Just gonna call me out like that. First off, this is you.
you just telling me to
This is
stop.
me. Here's the bus.
No, let's get all of
Exactly what you
all.
just did.
And then we got Lady. Lady, how do you pronounce the second part of your name? I never knew how to pronounce.
Shatil. Lady
Shatil.
Shatil. Just
Lady
lady, it's
Shatil.
fine. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is a Shatil? Is that like an animal or some shit?
No, so what it was is when I was thinking about changing my first name came from like me role playing in high school a lot. And it was like a persona that I had made. So her first name is Cheyenne and her last name is Shatil. And the whole thing went way further than either of us thought when we started. But it was great. It was a great experience. So I capsulized that in my gamer tag.
Love it. Okay. So with that, hey, honey, how you doing? Welcome in. So I mean, with that being said, I'm gonna let you answer the first question. Since we're talking about gamer tag stuff, do you think the version of yourself online is the same that you are offline, or do you think you're two different people?
So I am the same person, period. But that being said, there is a lot of times where people, even in their physical lives, we wear multiple masks or a bunch of different hats. But the I am very much what you see is what you get, mess included. So and I've had these experiences with people that I play games with online that I'm like, oh, we live close, let's meet. And it might have been really awkward because I was the same me, but they're a different person.
Mm,
They're this person online, but then they're their name when you meet them. And you're like, well, I don't know you. I'm the online person's friend. But I'm
mm.
like, if I'm your friend, how we met and how we're friends doesn't matter. So I'm not just your gamer friend or your virtual friend or your IRL friend. I'm your friend.
No, that is true. That is true. I think a lot of times, I don't know. I feel like I've gone through that too. I feel like there's some different personas that I really love from people, and then I meet the other persona from that
Mm-hmm.
person. And I think I think some people say that about me. Like some people love stream stew, but they don't really fuck with podcast stew. So I mean, I don't know. We can talk about that. That's different story, different day though. Blaze, go back to here back with you. Do you think your online persona, your offline persona is the same?
Absolutely.
Love that. Love that.
My name is Blaze Bunny. I am currently Blaze as hell, so I don't see how much more I can be myself.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Don't get off to a 7.
The way I see it, what's the point in me going through all this effort just to lie to you? You know how much
Yep.
time that takes? Mental fortitude? The lies you have to remember? That is a lot of work. I'm a very simplistic person. Get straight to the point.
Simple. I fucks with that. I fucks with that. I'm not really high. I don't get high like that, but I fucks with that mindset. Who else got that mindset? Jay Mello. You know what I'm saying? Jay, I know the answer to this, but is your online persona and offline persona the same person?
Yeah, it's no, absolutely not. Honestly, it is not. Online, I'm Jay Mello. I'm a troll. I'm a comedian. I'm a deadbeat. I'm a shit, what else am I?
We'll get into that.
I'm a super soldier. So it's like, yeah, it ain't the same because me in person, I'm a lot more quiet. In a sense, just all around more shy in person. So like, for example, if I was to meet Stu IRL, it'd be a different vibe versus if I was to meet like one of you ladies or like in real life. Because since me and Stu have really built the bond of if when and if I ever see him in real life, it's just gonna be, you know what I'm saying, like excitement and brotherly love. Like it's gonna be excitement if I was to meet one of you two in person as well, but I'm more preserved to myself. Like you probably wouldn't get too many like too long in a conversation. Like I wouldn't be holding a long conversation, like a nice dialect between us, because of the simple fact that I'll be more focused on who you are and to see like digging into your life, your present, your future, and your past all in one sit down. And by the end of our conversation, you probably might catch yourself speaking about yourself more than what you actually found out about me. So it's like, although the conversation would probably be choppy, we'd definitely be talking about who you are because I don't really know you, you know?
I will say, I will add in, I am a little reserved when I'm first getting to meet you, only because I'm trying to figure out, can I be my actual self around you, or do I have to
Mm.
mask and pretend and basically hide the ADHD side of me?
And see, I
And
think
Because it
I
can become a
blame that
little too
on
much.
kind of like how some of us was raised. Because like for myself, I'm quiet because
Mhm.
I was always taught speak when spoken to. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So it's like
Facts.
Seen and not
I'm not.
heard.
Yeah, so it's like I'm not about to go ahead and throw my opinions on you because of the simple fact they might be unwanted. So it's just like I see why I was like taught
I'm
speak when spoken
yeah.
to.
If
But
you
it's
ask
like,
me directly, like, do I look good in this? Oh, I'm gonna tell you what you look like.
mm.
It might not be the answer you want.
So
you
don't
didn't tell me,
answer.
and I
Got
asked.
you.
Hold on, pause. I
I
did
didn't hear
ask.
you ask.
When I switched, and I said, "Oh, I was supposed to put this shirt on because this is the one you actually picked," and I put the wrong shirt on. And I asked you how it looked.
I said I like that one.
I heard you say it like that. Hold on, though. Wait a minute. I had to. I was gonna say
But
something.
the other
Let me
reason
say.
why I had you turn on the lights the way you did was because I wanted to see your face. I couldn't see your face.
Chasing my time.
1 week.
You know I'm blind.
You see how out of base she is.
You know I ain't got my corrected eyeballs in.
Correct.
Correct
The eyeballs is
eyeballs.
crazy.
Corrected eyeballs.
You act
I
like
said what I said.
Rocket from what was that? Endgame. He said, "Oh, I want to put the eye in that." Yeah. But no,
Hmm.
I feel you though, James. Sometimes like family, man. That's not just family, but like just people. Period. As you grow up, you realize like, dang, you really just cannot talk. Like it's hard being a person and being who you truly are, especially because we live in a digital world now. We live in a digital world where everybody literally pays you big money to be fake. It pays to be fake nowadays,
No, 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 no.
and
For
and to
me, it pays to be fake at work.
oh yeah, no,
You
at
get the
work.
professional O at work.
Exactly. Let me tell you. You know how many times I've got laughed at, but Stuart, your professional voice is white as hell. Yeah, sure is. You know why? Because they're gonna give me this money. Give me
Absolutely,
this
darling. How
money.
can I help you today?
But that's why I
Not
said
Hmm.
you from Tennessee.
Georgia, baby.
she is from Georgia. She is a Georgia peach.
So okay, so look, here's the question. The next question I'm gonna ask Jay. Ew, I don't know why I can't. So Jay, can you remember a time when you felt your online persona or your online who you are online felt more real than who you are in real life?
Yeah. So through my experiences with making friends online, especially the genuine connection that I actually tend to give people when I'm making you my friend. Like when you're becoming my friend, you see, you hear about my trauma. So if I'm telling you about what happened in my life and what's been going on in my life, and I'm keeping you updated, and I mean you're a genuine friend, and I trust you with my life. Now, I don't believe in me not making genuine connection with people that I call my friends. I don't do the whole associate thing, but I do understand it. So it's like I'm not oblivious to these are your friends and these are people that you rock with. Like this is your family. This is your chosen family. These are your friends. And then, these are people that you tend to basically meet on your journey. So yes, I'm not oblivious to it, but it's like I try not to actually have friends for certain reasons, but it's like inevitable, honestly. Like
I get that.
because my gamer friends would not mesh well with my IRL friends, but my gamer friends would mesh well with my brothers. So like my brothers, we play we're casual dads. So we'll play 2K and, I could casually run COD with them. And my gamers, they're more sweaty, but yet, you know, they're
Can
more
I
like,
ask why?
why I couldn't mesh my like gamer friends in my IRL?
Hmm.
Well, my IRLs, they're more into everything outside of the game. So they enjoy, the kicking it and the traveling more. I'm not saying that my gamer friends don't, but my gamer friends again, we tend to be sweaty at certain games. So being real good and having game sense and having a game conversation versus having a conversation with these guys aren't gonna like gravitate towards that conversation. They're kind of just like, oh, all right, that's cool. It's like, well, but how much money has that made? You know what I'm saying? Not saying that my IRL
Mm,
friends are like that, but like
Yes,
yeah.
your ass
when
up.
they're majority thinking about the output and the quick turnaround from cash. So it's like gaming ain't really ain't something that they really fond of. They play the game once every other month type shit, but whereas on this on the grind for a goal every day, and they don't really understand it. So it's like they support me, but they support me when they see me like, oh yeah, I see your clip on you know what I'm saying? Versus my gamer friends seen it, commented, reposted. And they understand what's going on in the clip. So
For sure.
I feel like the other thing too, Bunny, though, with your question to understand is that for a lot of people, even for us, even though we're the same people, well, you a little different, but being the same person on and offline consistently, video games is still escapism. So
mm,
like people that are hardcore gamers don't want to talk to people that are too serious about world things, like
mm,
worldly things. Because then you'll bring up a conversation that's really exciting to them, but if it doesn't revolve around the thing they escape into, they don't want that. It's deuces. I'm out. I'm not interested, and vice versa.
Hmm.
So that would explain why Jay's even if he was the same person to both people, they could not be together because they not in the same mindset or the same thought frequency.
That makes sense.
100%. I think that's 100% true. I'm a big believer in no one person on this earth gets the same version of you as another person. I'm a big believer in that. Even if you try to be the same person, everybody, Jay, who Jay is to his daughter is different than who he is to his wife and who he is to B. Everybody has a different visual of Jay. Everybody has a different visual of Stu. Everybody has a different visual of Bunny. Everybody has a different visual of Lady. Like, so you at the end of the day, and that's been hard for me recently because I tried to get. I think I think about this for myself a little bit. Cause I try to think about like I try to get everybody I came in contact with to see one version of me instead of just realizing, okay, how they see me is how they see me, and that's okay. That's cool.
Mhm.
And I'm just roll with that and just be okay with saying that's how they see me. That's their version of Stu, and that's okay. You know, whether I like that version or not. So and I think that it is hard. It is hard a little bit, but at the same time, like, yeah, you want to have all your friends gel together. I think everybody wants to have this one big happy family of friends, right? We want everybody to chill together. We want everybody to be, but that's just not realistic, Jay, I got people like that too. I told you about that, man. I got family members who are just now coming to stop by the streams because I'm doing podcasts. They just or if I'm doing weight loss content, they just not stopping by and doing stuff. But while I was on the game, you couldn't pay them to be on my shit.
yeah, man.
You couldn't pay them to be on my shit. So yeah, so it's definitely it's different. It's different. But yeah, Bunny, I heard you answer this. So yeah. Can you remember a time? Yeah, can you remember a time when your online presence felt more real than your day to day self?
Yeah. Actually, when I was in my major depressive episode a few years back,
Okay.
it
Okay.
got to a point where I'd say like 90% of my friends and people that I actually like talked to at the time were online. And then the ones that truly saw what I was dealing with, and I'm talking they got the VIP treatment, they witnessed things that you couldn't pay them to tell you. Even then, that version of me, I had to escape it in a different light. I
Mhm.
had to, like, basically put myself in a mental place where if I didn't escape it, I wouldn't be here today, but I'm glad I did.
Like
I'm
we all
glad you
are.
did, dude.
Honestly, gaming is what saved me.
Dude, shout out to games, man. Shout out to video games, man. Let me tell you,
No,
shout
for
out to
real
video
though,
games.
man.
Which
For
I
No,
real,
it
don't
really
man.
Shout out
was.
to video
because
games.
I swear to God, there are people that don't play video games, so don't understand the culture. They just go like,
Mhm.
it's destroying everything. I'm like, really? Because some of the people that played video games decided not to shoot up school, not to kill the whole
That
family,
is fact.
not to like kill themselves and everyone around them. Some of the people that play video games actually need it because it's a safe space and a safe place for them,
And
even
let
if it's
and
a toxic game.
yes, 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 100%. And I think a lot of people, and let's be real, like you said, it is different out. Everybody has a something. It could be drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be sex, it could be working out, it could be gaming. Everybody has something, right? And
Mhm.
so I don't think people should knock other people for whatever that something is, even though sometimes we may look at it, may judge a little bit, but we should not knock whatever that something is. You know, you may not like it, or Jay, like your homeboys may not like gaming, but maybe they like fucking bitches, and that's how they get their stress off.
I
Maybe
say
they,
if
Nah,
it's
for
not
real.
harming yourself and it's not harming other people, then it is okay for you to do what you need to do.
even though there are some people who like harming other people as a fun thing to do, we ain't talking about that today.
That's another podcast for
I
later.
changed
That's
my
another
mind.
one. Even
Okay,
though it is
I
domestic
changed my
violence,
mind. I don't know.
even
I
though it
don't
is domestic violence awareness month this month, that is true.
see. Okay, but okay, I can't. I'm not gonna talk.
Discord call, Discord call. I'm about to be in Discord with you all day today, so we talk about that.
Yeah, make a note
I
because I
keep
need to do
forgetting I've been up since 7 a.m.
Yeah, you be up all day.
and I did a whole 2-hour workout in the park early. That's
What you
why
talking
if you
about?
see me like laying
Mm.
back to say ow, I mean that ow from my spirit.
Oh, girl, you did
from
your.
this.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
We need to
I
stop
didn't even
talking.
know it was 2 hours until I got home. The problem is I gotta walk 20 minutes to the park and 20 minutes home.
Mm.
You
anyway,
won't.
I don't know. That's too much walking for me. I did too much walking yesterday, but I don't feel safe when I walk, and I think that's the biggest thing. When I walk, I don't feel safe sometimes when I do too
Get a
much walking.
dog. That's what I
I'm gonna,
did.
I'm gonna fall or some shit. But I do feel safe online. Let me tell you,
Nah, get a dog. That's what I did.
I need another dog
Okay,
too.
but
So yeah, go ahead, lady.
no, I was asking you to go ahead because I feel
Oh,
like you were
okay,
going
yeah.
somewhere.
So no, yeah, I was. So like, why do you think? Because we were talking about how people feel safe in gaming and stuff like that. So why do you think people feel safer express themselves online versus in person?
You want the short answer or the long answer? I got two.
I mean, we can go all day. I don't care.
Okay, so the immediate short answer is because there are no immediate consequences. The long answer, which like you'll hear a rare story here and there where somebody's being trolled online and then they get doxxed or somebody found them and actually did some bodily harm or worse to them. But like people online are like people with alcohol. They get real brave because one, you can't see me, you don't know what I look like, you know what I sound like. I can say whatever I want for better or worse.
Mm-hmm.
Because like people, I think everybody knows that your words can either build someone up or tear them down. But then like people get online and unload on every innocent bystander specifically because they cannot see the potential damage they are doing.
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
Mm.
and like then there's no immediate consequence. There's no immediate consequence. Like, okay, you can report somebody in the like let's say rivals, because we talked about it earlier. I reported that guy from rivals yesterday
Mm-hmm.
that sold our game. He's restricted from playing competitive, but that's the only consequence. That took 24 hours. Actually, 48, because we didn't play yesterday. But we did play yesterday. That was 24 hours. Okay, that's
Yeah,
not
we
the point.
did.
The point was that wasn't an immediate consequence, and it's like, is it really like, is it a real consequence though? It's like a slap on the wrist, and then you're like,
Right.
they'll get right
Right.
back to it. Look at right. As soon as the restrictions lifted, they're gonna be the same person. There's no motivation or incentive to be a better person when you're online. That's not to say everybody online is bad, but
Everybody
that's
bad.
like, I mean, listen, I give Bunny sass all day long between me and her, but the bigger thing is Bunny's best interests are always my intention at the end of the day, and she knows my heart and that I care about her. And I only know what her best interest is because I asked her what her interests are, not just assuming what her best interest is. That being said, I guess that's the long version.
Long, and thank you for doing the short and long. We like it all around over here. You know what I'm saying? No, nothing short. We like
Hey,
the whole
yo.
drawn out experience, man. No foreplay around here. We want the whole
Okay,
session.
you're gonna
But
get a whole.
foreplay
Whole
would make
session.
it a long, drawn out experience.
That's
Foreplay
why
is
that's
part
good to
of
The
have
it.
the
foreplay
foreplay
would make
and
it
longer.
better. He's like,
Exactly.
Exactly.
I want the
he said
whole
the
thing.
short was the foreplay and the long was the.
Exactly. We like
So he
what they
liked
say
the
in radio.
package.
Both of them. I want both of them.
Both of
Both
it's
of
crazy.
both of 'em.
Okay.
Okay, so you can't be doing all that because money already high. You throwing extra
I know,
words.
right?
Like, she's like, what are we talking about here? I'm like, baby, he with you. He's like, do them both.
I plead the fifth.
You can't say that looking like that. Your arms are folded and your eyes are barely open and you trying not to laugh. You're gonna fall on the floor if you laugh.
Man, okay, well, Miss Plead the Fifth, I'm gonna need you to plead the fourth to answer this question. So, you, why do you think
Sorry.
so? Oh, okay. So,
I
Bunny,
accidentally hit the keyboard.
yeah, I saw you type the chat. That was crazy.
My bad.
So, Bunny,
Yeah.
so like, why do you think people are safer online, or they feel safer online?
Hold on. Processing. Wait for it. Okay.
Loading.
Listen. I had to think before I spoke on that one because what I thought I heard was not what you said.
Oh, okay.
We're
This
here.
podcast mad fun for
We're
her
here
right
now.
now. I'm loving this
Mm-hmm.
I have tears in my eyes.
Whenever you're ready, baby. Whenever you're ready.
because IRL people are some assholes. Angela, that's true. That's
First
true right
off,
there.
IRL people are definitely assholes and fake drama attention seekers, but they can also be genuine, chill. Like when I'll from experience, I for a while lived with my mom on purpose because I was afraid of the outside world.
Mm.
It was like a legit phobia type shit. I finally moved out, ended up moving in with somebody, bad experience, proved my phobia right, moved back in with my mom, and then moved out again. And every single time I moved in or out of the house, I was online chatting with my friends, like using Discord, shit like this, live on Twitch when I was able to be live and shit like that. I mean, them click clacks was clacking, clicking.
Sorry.
Yeah, no,
I
I was
forgot you can hear me typing.
no, that's true. But what you just typed was good. That's good right there. That's so good. I'm gonna say
Yeah,
I'm gonna extend this to 20 seconds because I need everybody to read this right here. This is good right here. You don't have
we're
to
gonna
always trauma bond to gain online friends.
exactly.
That's good right there.
Let me explain why I
That's the
said it.
word.
Context.
I'm not
Explain it.
trying to. It's
No, I'm
okay.
not talking about you.
I'm
Calm down.
not. It
You
feels
were
like
good
you just
being.
did.
Okay, that's why I said. Let me clarify. It wasn't about you. It was about an earlier conversation. Somebody said, Angela said, I like my online friends better, and my brain immediately was like, because if you think about, and you were talking about stuff that you're going through, but I'm like, but if you had done that with people who weren't online friends, you would have been immediately trauma bonding with them. And people have a tendency to trauma bond with their IRL friends. Like, think about your friends with some of your IRL friends. Y'all you usually bonded over mutual trauma. However, with your online friends, you establish common ground, usually through a video game. However, y'all met is y'all common ground. That's your link.
That is
And,
true.
and that becomes your foundation and you build off that. You don't build off of some weird ass, like, we talked through trauma. I think I was one of your online friends when you're going through the thing with your mom.
Yeah, she witnessed it, some shit.
Well, we ain't gonna talk about it. But the point was that was after we had already decided we were gonna be friends. That didn't happen, and then we were like, oh, we're gonna be friends now because like you need a friend now. It was like,
Yeah.
no. Because we're friends, let me be here for you through this period. Let's talk about what that and help you process this. We processed trauma together. We didn't make that our whole identity. But anyway,
And I think that's good. That is good because look, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely, there's been some times IRL was just like, yeah, you was there in a bad spot, and it just ended up becoming our whole thing where you saving me or I'm saving you, and it's not cool. It's not cool at all. So, but Jay, you don't know who haven't really talked in this whole situation. So why do you think people are safer behind these four corners of the internet?
Because the same reason why a woman is quicker to leave you on red and not actually reply.
Let me make sure I mark that for a clip real quick. That's my bait clip of the
shall we
stream.
talk about that though?
He's funny,
In a minute.
That's
but
my
yeah,
bait clip of the
it's
podcast.
it's
I'm
it's
letting
easier.
him cook. He gotta cook with that one.
It's just easier, not to have to deal with what you make some situations that you may have caused online. So you could just go ahead and, for example, I just post and I just go. So I don't look back at the potential fire that I just left behind with the post that I just posted. So, and then
Yeah,
when
the
I do
post was
come back,
fire.
I may or may not even reply. So I might just look at all the little all the people that's mad or feeling away and they just comment and comment and they just kind of shit. They becoming friends because of the simple fact they on the post agreeing with each other. But me, on the other hand, I'm literally just sitting there looking at it and just scrolling and it won't even come back for real. So it just feels safe because, you won't see me and you want, be able to confront me about what I said or, or how even though the post don't be really how I feel. So, but, it's just easier. Can't nobody see me.
I think that's a fair point too, Jay, that you make, is that people have a habit of like going online to seek validation. Because even though you're like, I'm a different person, it's like you let the worst of you be online and the best of you be in real life. And they are bonding over this because they validating each other over your opinion. Now how long that bond lasts, I don't know.
I mean, shit, that ain't his problem. Don't let me start off like, no,
It's not. It's really not. But the point is, that was a great example about why people feel safe online. They always fight. Like, think about why Reddit posts are so crazy. Why like forums like "Am I overacting?" or "Am I the asshole?" are so
I
popular.
love Emma the ass.
never. Only time I've been on Reddit is because I heard Reddit porn was good. So I was, let me try it out, and I tried. I was very disappointed, and I never went back. That's
So
the only time
what?
I've ever been on Reddit. I've never been on Reddit like that. I know people talk about Reddit forums all the time. I feel like I'm just reading a very long ass essay on Reddit. And
See, you can do what I do, and I just listen to the videos. They read it for me.
Yeah, Bunny's my
Yeah.
exposure. There was
I
like
don't.
one YouTuber who was like reacting to Reddit stories that they found, and I was just like, "This is why I'll never actually get on Reddit. It's a madhouse." But
Yes, so I can see the fact that you just called it a Reddit story proves my point. Like it
they're
wasn't a
like
Reddit
soap
post; it was
operas.
a Reddit story. It's a whole. These people be having whole stories on this little board form where you can vote up or down. I
Hey,
don't get how it works in Reddit,
hey,
The
but I
this
do
is
comment.
like
how
the
I
concept
get
of it.
my daily exposure to gossip. Okay,
I feel that.
She don't care if it's AI
My daily
generated or not.
exposure, is on Twitter, man. My Twitter feed. I
my
probably have the
ears are open.
greatest Twitter feed in all of mankind. Let me tell you.
Yeah, yeah. Angela, she knows. Bunny don't care. She be there for entertainment.
My ears
Man,
are
listen,
open.
ears are open. No, for sure. Though, I do agree with everybody, man. That's is people do feel safer. I'm gonna be honest. I feel safer online than I do in my real life, and I think I put it that way on purpose because just from me, from my experience, I started streaming to get away from COVID and just the depression of COVID. COVID was a very depressing time. That's when I started streaming, right? Fun fact, I started a podcast before I started streaming. So the Cool Down Den is actually version 2 of my podcast. If y'all want to see the old episodes, you gotta go to the YouTube for that. But yes, I did a podcast first, and it was cool for a little bit. But then I found out about gaming. Greetings, people. Hey, lady. Then I found out about gaming. I found out about Warzone. Warzone came out, changed my whole perspective. I found out about Nick Merckx and Tim the Tatman, all these streamers, and I was like, yo, I want to do this streaming stuff, you know. And so it took. Whenever I wasn't online, I was just sad, depressed, and my household was just dark, right? Even though it might have been loud outside, it was just dark. And so whenever I was online, I had the light on my face. And even though I was streaming to maybe 1 or 2 people, maybe 1 or 2. I remember for the longest time, my only 2 viewers was Jay and a guy in Puerto Rico named Luke. That's it. Those are my only 2 viewers. If y'all
Shout out
remember
Luke.
him, his name was Lukey Cupcake. He was like a 14-year-old in Puerto Rico. He's in college now.
Wow.
Shout out to Luke. But yeah, but Luke and Jay were my first 2 fans, and they was at every stream, and I was it. That was my whole chat. But I was the happiest, you know, because I was just, you know, they talked, they engaged. It was like my own little 3-man crew family. And now Stuville's grown to almost 1,000. We're almost at 1,000 followers. Make sure I hit that follow button. You know what I'm saying? And subscribe to YouTube. We almost at 700. You know what I'm saying? But human reaction made you is that exactly. I've always been that way, lady. I'm always that way. Matter of fact, yeah. I've always been this way to where human interaction makes me happy. Like, I'm not a big person on money. Fun fact, I hate money. I actually despise money. Money is the root of all evil, and I believe that with my heart. I hate money. I know you have to have it, so you have to do stuff to have it to maintain, but I despise money. But if it, if it comes between like just me having an interaction with you guys, like this right here, this is what fuels me. This is a conversation talking about for. This is what fuels me. So I love human interaction and just deep conversations and just talks. This is what makes me happy right here.
Okay. So why did you choose to make your online deep conversations and human interactions more favorable to you versus a IRL? Because you say you feel safer online versus, you know, so why is that? Why do you think you made it like that?
That you know what? And I thought about that for a long time because people actually ask me. So I have some IRLs ask me, well, damn, they get a happier side of you. They get a better side of you. And I had to think about that for a long time. Why am I happier with Jay than I am my girlfriend? Why am I happier with Kat than I am, whoever, right? And the reason for me was I can be myself around y'all, good or bad, and it don't change nothing. I could be sad, I could be happy, I could be horny, I could be whatever emotion that day. Maybe not the horny. Yeah, y'all kind of tune in a little bit on horny, but like whatever. The point is, whatever emotion I have that day, y'all just like whatever. Still, we love you anyway. Whereas there's been some some of my IRLs, people I know in real life, I have to be a certain stew to get the good reaction. And if I wasn't that certain stew, I got the negative side of that person.
I gotta say something on that. Okay, because I'm gonna go backwards to go forwards. Okay, but that is exactly why I said I'm the same person, because I had to stop caring about other people's perspective of me. Like, I had to be consistent in acting within like my values, my moral standing, my beliefs. However, if ever someone made me feel like I had to be a different person or I could not be myself, there was a conversation and we either stopped being friends or we had like restrictions on how we hung out. Like, instead of me having to be an entirely different person just to hang out with you, we just changed the narrative on what hanging out means. That means we only do this together, period. Anything more than that is outside of our friendship scope. Like, our friendship can't handle anything past that. But that's if we decided that we still want to be friends. Some of these people, I'm like, we're just not friends anymore. Because it's like, I didn't we didn't become friends, so I could be your project. So you can tell me what kind of person I'm allowed to be.
That's
But
a
what
word right there. Hold on, let me make that a clip. We did
Hmm.
not become friends, so I could be your project. Hold up, can we get a whole amen on that for a second? I like that. I like that.
You need that amen sound clap.
but even the thing with with me and Bunny, there are time periods when Bunny was upset and we were talking, or whenever she would come to talk to me about something, I asked her out the gate. So listen, I'm gonna listen to you, period. But are you talking to me because you want advice or because you want to vent? That's how we talk. And Bunny says outright, either I don't know. I'm like, I don't know what I need. Maybe I just need somebody to listen to me and be a soundboard. Got you, boo. Love you. Or she'd be like, I actually need somebody to help me think through this. Got you, regardless. But it was that being upfront about what are we doing right
And that's something I had to. I need to get better at that. Since first of all, I think I've shouted out all of my online friends almost every episode I do. Is I shout y'all out because y'all really have made a big impact in my life of who I am. You know, like I'm talking about Lady, I'm talking about Jay, I'm talking about Vibes. Y'all know who y'all are. But yeah, y'all, because at the end of the day, a lot of y'all would say stuff like, "Stu, what do you really want?" Because a lot of times it's been time. Yeah, let's cut to the bullshit, Stu. Come on, what are you really trying to say here? And I think that's what you say you do with Bunny here. You do that. Like, okay, what do you need right now? And y'all make me think. I'm like, damn, shit. I don't know. I ain't really ask. I ain't had no IRLs ask me shit like that. Usually I say what I say, then they respond how they respond, and then we don't talk to each other for a little while, and then that's the end of it. But instead of us, so what I love about Lady and the people I have in my corner now is they make you say, no, okay, why do you feel like that? And I'm like, shit.
Hmm.
That shit, when they hit you with that responsibility, you were like, damn,
Yeah, they sit back like,
I ain't really thinking about it like that. Hold on. Let me get back to you. And they're like, we'll be here. And I'll be like,
I mean, because at the end of the day, all jokes aside, which is why I fuck with Bunny, she knows I'm fucking with her. But all jokes aside, the only thing I'm ever gonna hold you accountable to is the person you tell me you want to be. Like, okay, because I am a big victim of falling in love with people's potential. Like, I always potential fucked me up so many times.
Potential
okay?
is.
But see, I can see the potential in everybody. I still choose to do that. But
Say
the
that,
thing is,
Jay.
do you see the potential in yourself? Bunny,
Say that.
how many times we talked? I'm like, girl, you are a fucking goddess. If you don't stop talking to that waste of air, I will fight you and him. Y'all both get hands.
Right now, she the goddess of being high.
Thicker than a snicker.
hey, what the young folks be doing? Clock it.
The fingers, but because because Bunny is so actually pure. She's flirtatious, she's innocent, she's sweet, and she's so sincere, and she is a dingbat. But Bunny never goes out of her way to do harm to anybody or be mean to people. So when she going off on people on Marvel, I'm like, that ain't Bunny. Like that's not Bunny. That's internet Bunny right there. The internet Bunny that go off on people, that's the only time Bunny's fake. Bunny don't go off on people. She don't.
Let me tell y'all, ever since I've been playing Marvel Rivals with y'all, one of my favorite things that y'all do, and not even one of it, this is my favorite thing that y'all do, is the Hiller what is it?
Public service announcement.
Public
PSA.
service, y'all do a PSA. Every game we get in, Jay, before the game starts, they get on the mic and they say public service announcement from your healers. And then like I think I have it memorized by now. If we cannot see you, we cannot heal you. Okay, so don't. And I'll be like, facts. And then my favorite thing that Lady says so well, this is the bubble. You see the bubble? You love the bubble. Bubbles
Well,
are
that's
your
my
friend.
thing.
That's Bunny's
That's
thing.
your thing? Oh, that's your thing?
Okay,
Oh,
because I just say the bubble is your friend. What I say to people after we say
It's
the
so
first
good.
part, if we cannot see you, we cannot heal you. It's also if we are not healing you, we are dying. Like we are fighting for our life. Turn around.
It's just, and I love that because there's been some interactions where they're like, the fuck? And but most of our games go good because they're like, okay, and then, go around the corner and find out if hills reach. Lady, let me tell you, I ain't bending. Cloak and Dagger is an auto aim character, but she can't auto aim around the corner. Like, you feel me? Like,
this is not wanted.
Jesus.
Try to bend them freaking man. What? Especially,
Yeah.
but no, I'm gonna answer a question here in chat that I saw. DZ said, why
Oh,
don't
that's
I
a good
ever reach
question.
out to those people instead of just letting it be? Here's the thing. I'm a big, not this person, but believer in reaching out. I'm a
I
big
was
believer in
gonna say
reaching
that.
out and try to fix problems, fix
Why did
situations.
that
And
just
so for
hit
the
me?
longest time, it's okay. It's okay. You're a little
Don't worry
delayed
about
right
it.
now. You're internet. Okay.
Yeah.
It ain't them that. Just her. She delayed because she hot. So
No, I reached out a lot. For the longest time. I was always the person that reached out. And hey, are we good? Like to this day, I still reach out to people. Are we good? Like because I'm usually the person who feels bad first. And I had to realize that, especially when it came to IRLs, I was almost always the person that felt bad first. And I had to realize most of the time these motherfuckers don't even care. So
I
I
ain't
had to
gonna lie.
stop reaching out personally because I had to realize that like I'm over here apologizing, and then now I see they laughing at me for me. Oh, you always apologizing and shit like that. No, because I actually truly did. I don't like that we had an argument. I don't like that we're not cool right now. I don't like that, and I had to realize a lot of people just don't care that we're not cool. To them, it's just
hold
like
on.
whatever. So that's why I stopped reaching out as much.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. I say this. Instead of stop reaching out, this is what I turn my reaching out into. Instead of it being, are we okay? Are you still mad at me? I had to learn the same thing. I turned it into, this is your once a month go off, tell all check in. You get one time and one time only to go off, tell all, and tell me how you feel about me not being here or how I have disrespected or disappointed you this month. If you
I'm
do
gonna
not
slap the
speak
shit out you.
now, you do
This
not
month
hold
is
your
the same.
peace.
We gonna fight.
And if there's issues, we leave.
No, bitch. I'm gonna fight every person you sent that message to that has something to say. Stu, okay.
Again,
Boom.
most people
Yeah.
don't have an issue with me. When if they
Right.
have a genuine issue, it's something like, bitch, you disappeared for an extra 2 days this month. You told me you were gonna disappear for 14 days. It was 16. Bitch, where the fuck was you? Because I do disappear.
From
I
14 to
will admit
16
that.
is crazy.
Bunny.
14 to
Especially days be
16
a lot.
business
That's
days.
48
It be like
hours.
that.
That's
So
48 hours, the
It be
longest
like
time.
that. At least I give you a heads up.
for one, I
Like
give
my
you
brain is gonna go spiral this month because I got a lot of shit going on.
let me to
That's
elaborate on that later. I give you a hard time. Jokingly for disappearing. And like I'm like, this bitch left me. She said she'll be back real quick. She been gone for an hour. But like yeah, you see the face, the guilt. Like, but stop. That wasn't the point. That was the point, but that wasn't the point. The problem I have with you and Stu is y'all need to be recovering people pleasers. Don't
We need
stop
recovery
caring about
crystals.
like your relationships, but start caring about people's lack of response to you caring.
mm-hmm.
Because if you care enough to check in and be like, you know that you had a fight or something that was said that hurt you, or you said something that hurt the other person, and you want to check in to make amends, that's great. But if they don't care or they're laughing at you, it's fine if it's not a big deal. But the dismissive response to how you felt about it and not even want to talk through that is concerning.
It definitely was for a very long time. Once again, shout out. I see that's why lady type chat. She had to tell me. Jay had to tell me, and I'm getting to the point now to where me personally, I can't speak for Bunny. I can speak for myself. Me personally, I'm getting to the point now to where I'm like, okay, you know what? You're not okay with me, or whatever. We had disagreement. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not going. And now I'm getting to the point where I genuinely am okay with that. I think for the longest time I wasn't okay with it, and this kind of goes hand in hand with digital math stuff like that. Is I think a lot of people are more comfortable online because they don't, like you said, they don't have that fallout. They don't have, and if they do have a fallout, it's easier to just block a person and never have to talk to them again. It's easier. It's easier to just do that. Whereas IRL, you block a person and shit, you still might see them at the goddamn grocery store. You still might see them at the club or whatever. So you can't just like block them, and that so you gonna have that conversation sometime. Whereas online, you ain't going. Once you block them, they gone, right? So I'm getting better, right? I'm getting better at being okay with letting people go, which is hard for me as somebody who has lost a lot of people, like a lot. Loss has been hard for me, right? But I'm getting better at being okay with loss because it's just a season. Everybody has a season, and the longer you try to hold on to people, the worse it honestly gets. You know what I'm saying?
You need to like think
Yes.
about how you think about that, because like people have a tendency to turning loss and internalize that into abandonment and like making it seem like someone left you, be it they died or y'all friendship ended. And you need to change how you think about loss instead of like a loss season into a growth season because
The
things
way
change. What did you grow
Not
from?
I'm new to block. I'm new to block people when I'm addicted. Hey, look, don't y'all-
I'm done. I ain't even gonna lie. I get to the point where once I forget you exist, like in any way, shape, or form, like I forget you exist. Like you have to call me, and I genuinely have to be like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I just don't even answer the phone. I just watch it ring and see if it's important enough. You leave me a voicemail.
Or text me.
If you don't leave me a voicemail, you gonna text me. If you don't text me, then it wasn't important enough.
JJ, I feel like you had something to say. You been kind of quiet the whole time. You been marinating. What you got to say? She said she a Leo.
Nope, I'm an
What?
Aries.
Kristen want everybody to be a Leo so bad. Nobody. Jay,
Hold on, wait. Can we go back up to before the she's a Leo part? Because that is a good talking.
people also don't think friendships ending feels bad. True. I'm not gonna lie. I lost a friend during a relationship, and I was crying. I'm friends with a lot of females. So, and I'm gonna be honest. The fact that I was crying over the loss of that friendship probably was the reason I broke up with that girl. But I didn't break up. Well, we broke up because she was so mad that I was sad over losing a friendship. But I was just like, look,
I mean, see,
you
like
don't know what that shit hurt. That shit
I
hurt.
needed you to pin that because like I had two personal experiences very recently. One of them with somebody I was best friends with for like 10 years. We lived together. We've been through some serious life changes together. We're through relationships together. And then like she just poof, go contact me.
Oh,
Just gone.
it's gone. That shit hurt.
And I was just like, and then this everything, all the worst things. And then like I started like internalizing and hyperfixating on all the bad things that ever happened in that time experience. But when I decided that I'm sort of going to heal and need to actually evaluate that relationship, there was a lot of good things that happened. There was so much more good things happen than bad things. And I was like, maybe it was just time for both of us to, it's okay to outgrow that relationship. It was 10 years. It was not insignificant. I cried. I had people calling me, checking on me. It was hard. Like, my mom called me and was like, y'all need to make up. That's being your best friend for XYZ. I was like, maybe it was just time.
Sometimes it just being time is definitely hard for a lot of people.
Do you think it's possible for people to fall out of a friendship silently and peacefully?
Yes, I have done it several of times.
What do you think
Telling
is
people.
harder, like harder on you mentally, like falling out of somebody's life?
If so here's the way I operate. I will give you chance after chance after chance to fuck around and find out. But once my fuck around and find out meter has hit the max, baby, I'm gone. Ain't no fireworks show, ain't no boom bop. I did that fireworks show once with an ex. Once. I unplugged every single camera he had in that house. And he don't know what I did while I was in that house.
I'm sorry. Wait,
Okay, hold on.
because I wasn't. No, she said I'm
But
putting every single camera in that motherfucker.
listen, one of my favorite I live life by mottos. One of my favorite mottos is don't turn feelings into felonies because I can easily do that, but I choose not
We
to.
appreciate that. Don't turn healing. Yeah, don't no felonies around here. I'm broke. I can't afford to bail you out.
Hold on, because
So
someone had a question about the autumn. So the thing about it was like the way it happened, I felt replaced.
mm,
So when we moved, I live in St. Louis. Somebody asked where everybody's from. I live in St. Louis now. I'm not from St. Louis, I'm from Chicago. That being said, I moved from Chicago to St. Louis with said best friend. It was just us.
the three don't exist.
Lady,
It's
lady,
okay.
I
I
love you.
know. I
I'm
know.
sitting
It's
here
okay.
genuinely thinking of every person I know from Chicago, and I'm like, wow, there
Okay, you
really
gotta
ain't from
understand
any
this.
other side of
Most of the
Chicago.
black people live on the south side or the west side, okay? Most of the Spanish people live in the north,
Never heard
and
of
I don't know who live
Chicago
on the
any
east.
other
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my
whole
God.
revelation.
That's-
It's just like 3.5 hours away from me. That's nice. But hold on, wait. So let me answer the question. Somebody was like, Someone asks how that happened, like how did it vanish? They don't agree with just growing out of it. Again, that's why it was so hard for me. What happened was, while we were living together, she went through a bad relationship, I went through a bad relationship, and a couple other extra things. And then I was having a really hard time. And like, I'm always everybody's support system. And like, I needed a support system, and she isolated.
Mm.
Like, her door stayed closed. And then like she met this guy online, and it was like after she went through a whole "I'm gonna die alone and I'm never gonna meet anybody" phase. And like I was still going through a hard time, but I was still trying to be like, you're nice, you're a sweet person. Someone's gonna love you and love you better type thing. So she meets this guy, they hit it off. I'm cheerleader in the corner, like, yay, yay, glad this is happening. This is gonna be great. Then he comes, they get engaged, and he's making plans for like all of us to move and like get a condo or a duplex, and like me have my own apartment and them live downstairs or something. And me and him are like, okay, cool. And then she's like, actually, I want to move away. And she's like, I'll come back and visit. I'll call you every other day or like text you every week or something. Like, we'll communicate.
Mhm.
And then she just left.
And that is hard.
And
Sending
then
hugs and love to everybody.
so the follow up.
And I think that's the hardest part. That's definitely the hardest part when there's no follow up and stuff. It could be like that. So we're gonna move on, because we was on that question for a very long time, but
Yes.
that was a really deep question. I feel like we need to be on that, and that's why there's no time limit for my podcast, kind of, sort of. It's just because there's a very I have a very long time limit, put it that way, right? So going to the last question of like how people are safer online things. So do you think what makes people feel safe is the anonymity? Which, by the way, I spent a whole 30 minutes learning how to say that word. So I need y'all to really thank me for learning how to say the word and then fuck anonymity, because I had to listen to it. I had to be like, how do you say it? How you spell it? I kept saying anonymity. No, it's anonymity. Okay, anonymity. So do you think anonymity online help people be honest, or do you think it gives them an excuse to hide? Jay, I'm gonna let you go first.
No, don't J me first, nigga. Like, I don't even know what the fuck that means. What the fuck did you say?
The big incognito.
It pretty much means
Incognito.
They
The
gonna
next word.
had everybody hear me. All right, yeah, Jay. How you feel about what? I'm over here fried. Like, boy, what the fuck is he talking about? Oh, this that word that I'm looking at that I can't pronounce. Okay, that's what he's saying. All right.
Go Google the word, you don't know how to say it.
And Miller,
No.
I googled it. Look,
No,
I
it's
googled
right
it when
here
the
on it.
question came up.
I got the questions up. So it's like I ran into that. I'm like, and me? I don't know what that is. Then he got to the part. So I'm like, oh shit.
No, not immunity, Daisy. Not
No,
immunity.
and
Like,
I'm gonna copy and paste it in the chat, because when I
oh
tell
my
you when this
God.
question came up, and I was like, I cannot be on
Annuity.
stream. I cannot be on this stream and not know how to say this word. I got
That
I'm
boy
gonna just
studied the
nickname you
question.
I
Nemo.
studied the fuck out of that
He
word.
looked at it,
man.
he read it, he spelled it, he brailled it, everything about this motherfucking word. And you gonna hit me with the motherfucking, all right.
Man, English
Man
language is
traveled to
stupid.
Narnia to figure out how to say this
Yeah,
damn
So
word.
so
that's the
nowadays.
word, anonymity. That's the word right there. And so that's how you spell
God,
it,
bro.
man. When I tell you, I studied that.
Yeah,
I would have just
you
called you
did
Nemo
that.
on the stream, because Nemo couldn't say anemone. He's like, I live in an anemone.
And look, my ass decided to wear an orange hoodie. And I'm over here looking in, sounding like Nemo.
Okay, all right. So here we go. Because everybody in chat, well, not everybody, but a lot of people in chat saying, "What does anemone mean?" So we're gonna go ahead and share my screen.
Use it in a sentence.
This is the first time I've used this feature, and it's the first time I've used this feature on the podcast. So here we go. Boom. This is anonymity. Okay, the condition of being anonymous.
Sir, we can't read that.
What?
I think
It's too small.
I think you're saying it wrong.
That is too small.
It's too small.
It's not too small. It's not. You just hide, buddy. I can read it.
Okay, there we go. I still can't read it, but I'm gonna pretend.
Anonymous. Anonymity.
Wait, can you hear it if I press play?
Trifocal zoom.
Yeah. Y'all heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard that.
Okay, look. There you go. That's what I was doing when I was learning how to say the word. You feel me?
Probably
anonymity.
being on Bible trying to learn Spanish.
Oh
Anyway.
God! So one more time for the chat. Anonymity. Okay, so the condition of being anonymous. Most people who agreed to talk requested anonymity, so they did not want it. They wanted to be anonymous, and so I think that's why it's very easy for people to be safe online because of their anonymity. So now we all know what that word means. Let's go ask the question. So, do you think anonymity online helps people be honest, or does it give them a reason to hide behind their anonymity? I'm about to say that all
Babe.
day. And then Jay, you go first.
I think you said help them be honest.
That's what you fucked up.
Help them be honest
Nah,
or rude.
nah. None. You know what? Yeah. My bad. Yeah. Because they could say what they feel and how they feel when they feeling that feeling, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I also think that it helped them lie too. Because boom, right? For example, if I hop on a post, Stu, that you don't post, right? And you know, most of your posts is gearing towards, both sides of an opinion. Like you want a male and a female side of an opinion, right?
Right.
So if this bad John, you know what I'm saying, hop on that thing and get to speaking, you know what I'm saying? I could go ahead and do some research behind her first to see if she enjoys arguing or not. You know what I'm saying? If she wants to that back and forth, or do she enjoy camaraderie? So I can go ahead and base
Now
my
he trying to up two words and
you,
shit.
you feel me? I fucked up with anonymity, so I gotta go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get that back. So anyway,
Man said, what is that T word on?
so it can help me figure out how I'm gonna reply, because I might, shoot at that John that hopped on. You feel me? So I feel like it's a two-way street on that. It helps tell the truth and it helps create a monster.
Create a monster. Okay, so Bunny, what you think? You think it makes it easier for people to hide behind who they really are? It makes it easier for people to lie, or does it makes it easier for people to tell the truth that they're anonymous?
Baby, it lets them tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, whether it be the nicest words of encouragement down to the nitty gritty. Boy, you racist as hell. What the hell? Shit that people be saying.
Completely
It
agree.
ain't no rest for the weary nor the wicked, and baby, the internet, they up 24 motherfucking 8.
Another day, for sure.
Facts.
Lady, what you think? Are people more honest, or do you think they lie more because of anonymity? Oh, they can join too. What's up?
Not that they could join.
I don't know who it is. The thing that I agree with Jay and Bunny, because the thing is, it doesn't let people be more honest. It lets them be whoever they want, and that's the trap with being online.
Yeah, my bad. This is not rivals. You're so right. Thank you, Remy. I'm sorry. Now we both typing.
Sorry. I don't have to. My keyboard is like typewriter style, but no, I feel like the anonymity of being online lets people just, because some people are like transparent more online because they don't have to go through the awkward stages of like getting to know people. They just immediately themselves. But other people are like, they want to see how many different people they can be. Like you got those people that are like fun that, and I'll say this because girls are like, gamer girls are guilty of it for sure. You got the online slut buckets, but they're just like that online. You meet them in real life and then like, oh, she got standards. Oh, she not just gonna date me for whatever. Oh, you was just sweet talking me out of all my money because you knew I'd buy you whatever you want if you agreed to if you were agreeable, liked what I like, and said what I wanted to hear. But then you fuck around and try to date this girl, and she not that person. She make you wait 3 months before y'all have sex.
Like, why the fuck am I? Let me stop.
But I'm just saying.
I hate dudes like that, sir. Just because I want to be a reformed hoe don't mean I got to be a reformed hoe on your time frame.
No, okay. This ain't a podcast for that, but I'm bringing it up right now because
Lord.
don't be reformed when it comes to me. The nigga after me, you can reform because ain't no way.
Not the one after.
Because there ain't no way. Especially if it's just like, bro. It's too calm down. Okay, baby. I'm gonna save it for the 26. I'm gonna save it for the 26.
26?
I'm gonna save it for the 26. Wait, W rate.
I'm gonna be here for the 26th. You're gonna have to remind me. I
Stu,
got this
calm down. We
business.
have
I
guests.
got
Okay,
the yeah. Remind me.
The rate is crazy.
No,
I'm not trying to hear that shit, Stu, because you're a lover boy. So you ain't no don't be a reformed when I get to you. No, I ain't trying to. You like that.
no,
That's
no.
what you want. That's what you want.
Here's the thing. I want the love. I always want the love. My thing is, I want both. You know what? I'm just a
You
selfish
can't
nigga.
get
I'm gonna
both.
be honest with myself. I'm selfish as fuck.
You
I'm
can't get
selfish.
both.
I
You
want the
can't get a.
hoe and the
You can't
housewife.
get
How
the
about
whole.
that? I
Okay.
How?
want both.
Okay.
I
How?
want
What
both.
magician
Hold on,
work do
buddy,
you
buddy,
know
hold
how
on.
to do?
I want both.
Well,
What Bob the Builder as
buddy,
bullshit you be pulling out your waistband?
hold on, buddy. Buddy, let me say what I'm about to say.
This
Because
ain't build a
like
bitch.
I feel like still, if you want one, you're gonna have to make her your wife then. If you want her to be
No,
both.
and I have no problem with doing that. I have no problem. That's one
Okay.
thing anybody that knows me would say. I have no problem wifing up.
You over here
Unfortunately,
interrupting my big factory. I'm over
Unfortunately,
here
it's
trying to decide
crazy.
what I want to eat.
Second of all, I meant the opposite. I meant wife, the housewife, because she might be a hoe.
right? Exactly. So that's my problem is finding the reverse.
Yeah,
But no,
you doing
look.
it backwards.
Anyway, that's not the topic of today's conversation. Oh, I can't wait till the 26th. That's gonna be a good ass podcast. That might just be a part 1 or part 2. The 26th is gonna be juicy.
Bro.
For anybody, we're gonna take this. I'm gonna shout it up a little. Make sure y'all tune in on the 26th. If y'all want to be on the podcast on the 26th, come on out. The 26th, we're talking about dating in 2025. We're telling horror stories. We're telling just all that. Just when it
Horror
comes to dating.
stories?
Should I wear my Halloween
26th.
costume?
So we're giving out
Yes,
horror stories?
and everybody on the show is gonna be in cosplay. So make sure y'all come on the 26th. It's gonna be a banger podcast. But let me get back to because the lady said, let me stop.
What's wrong with you?
I just said what I said. Because I feel like, Bunny, like, you asking for too much. I'm like, nah, he just asking for it in the wrong order.
No, yeah, I'm definitely. It's not that I'm asking for too much.
So what order should he
it's
ask
how.
it in?
He should
Because
ask for
Hey,
the
can you
wife
drop it
first.
like it's hot for me real quick and then bust it down in the kitchen?
No, the
No, it's not like
reverse,
that.
Bunny.
No,
The
all I'm
reverse.
saying is I'm gonna put it this way, and I'm gonna put it this way, and I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna put it this way, I'm gonna leave it. I love that you are soft and intimate, and you want to be a beautiful woman with me. That's the side that I want, right? I want to feel loved and respected and have a conversation, all that shit. But at the same time, a nigga's still horny too. But so why, when you get to me, you want to stop giving head sporadically? You want to stop doing this You want to stop all the freaky ass shit. Oh, now you're tired. Now you're all the other niggas got all that side. Now, I it's not that I don't love the side that I got. That's cool. I love that side.
I'm
Keep
saying
that
what I
side.
said.
But I also want the side that Tyrone got too. You feel me? Cause he got a side that I ain't get to see. All I'm saying is I want
Listen,
all of it. I'm
Tyrone,
selfish.
Pookie, Ray
I'm
Ray, and
selfish.
Don Quavy is
You
gonna
know?
get the same versions of the coochie.
That's fine.
I'm just sorry, they
Okay,
got
gotta
to work for it.
But
But like I said, go ahead.
because Bunny, you know me. For the record, guys, I am celibate, and I need to like level with Stu because I feel personally attacked a little bit. Because like I ain't been in that many relationships, okay, and I got a high sex drive, but the problem is I felt like when I was intimate with people and we weren't married and we were living together, there was a lot of like sexual and emotional manipulation with that to stay. So then when I put this boundary up of I don't want to have sex with anybody until I'm like actually intimate with them without sex, and we actually decide that we want to have a future, because I know we get married, baby, you can ask for everything, hands down. There's not too much that's off the table, okay? But there has to be a table to put it on. There has to be a foundation for it now. Because I was like, bro, I had no standards, little standards, and I was just like, and I've only had 2 long relationships. But I was like, there was red flags and yellow flags, and I ignored them because the D was good.
And all I'm asking you to do is keep ignoring shit
No,
with me. That's all I'm saying.
it's not a healthy
Yes.
relationship.
No, because and this is why I say that. This is why I say this. And this is only with me. I'm not speaking for no other man on planet Earth but Stu. Okay. Now, if other men agree, cool. But this is just for Stu. I know I'm gonna treat my woman with respect. I know I'm a lover. I know I'm gonna go out or go shit words. I know I'm gonna go all out for my woman, right? So it's not that you don't have to worry about your love being reciprocated. See, that's the problem. I think a lot of people did that. They stopped giving a love, or they stopped being a hoe, whatever you want to call it, whatever word you want to use, because that it wasn't being reciprocated. I'm going to reciprocate. There's no question about that at all. There's no question. Matter of fact, and I can only say this because only in a couple instances I've had females tell me, "Stu, yeah, with you, I'm gonna be different." Different how?
I want you to look at Jay's. I want you to look at the comments because Jay said something
No, I
important.
see what Jay's being a recovering hoe, and that's cool. Anyway,
No,
I'm
not
gonna
that.
say
The
this lastly
last
because we got
part.
back on topic. We got back on topic.
We,
But no, yeah, being a
we gonna
recovering
save
hoe.
that for later because that's gonna be a good talk.
Yeah,
Well,
this
point
will be
is,
good talk for sure
still
because
think
we gotta get
about
back
it.
on topic here.
Because I'll be
Yeah,
honest
well,
for a
just
minute.
know on make sure y'all gotta see a good preview of October 26th. Make sure y'all tune in October 26th, 3 p.m. Eastern time. It's gonna be a great conversation, as you can see. So, but with that, that's a struggle on its own. Okay. What kind of struggles do you think people hide behind the digital mask, right? Because I know Bunny, you talked about how you started streaming and what you went through. I've talked about what I went through when I first started streaming. But lady, maybe if you have some struggles, or maybe you've heard some stories people have struggled. What do you
So,
think are some struggles people have gone through that is behind that persona of a stream, of a game, or whatever?
or just a mask in general. So I still have struggles, but for the record, I'm clinically severely. I have severe anxiety and severe depression. It's already been diagnosed. I don't want to do medication because I just want to figure out different coping and outlets. That being said, games are meant to be how I regulate. I play games to relax. I don't play competitively. I only play ranked on marbles with Bunny because I told her that's why I mute people and they start getting sweaty and start getting bitchy. I don't play games for that. It is how I like it is it's not like I won't say I hide is how I cope. But how I cope is also how people hide. It's like how you hide anything behind any other addiction. How people hide like being broke behind alcoholism, broken relationships behind drugs. It's the same thing. We just have a whole person that's always happy. So my life's falling apart, but I got to be happy when I'm here. I can't randomly start crying because then you're like, oh shit, what's wrong with you? What's right with me? What was right when I got here? You don't know. Because I put this wall up or this screen where you can only see through so much. And I filtered out the good and kept in all the bad and all the broken and all the beaten up stuff.
Definitely.
So, do you believe in oversharing?
I do believe in oversharing. That is bad. Let me explain. It's one thing to like, and that's also like, even when I was talking to you guys about some things, I'm like, I'm not gonna go in super detail because the details aren't important. But it's also like, if you're gonna share something with somebody, there should be context before content. Otherwise, they're just gonna be confused. And I feel like oversharing can lead to trauma dumping, and trauma dumping is not healthy for relationships. Now, if somebody's like, hey, what's going on? Do you want to talk about it? You say it's a lot to unpack and they say, I'm here, then that is them consenting to you sharing. And if it leads to oversharing, that's y'all both agree to that. You wanted to that. But like oversharing just to overshare, it's like, stop. Because then you're trying to make your problems my problems, and it's not. Like you start projecting your issues on the other person and expecting them to deal with it for you or like deal with it with you, even regardless of what their personal situation is. And that's not fair to
Facts. Others not really there listening. Let's see, listening, and Jay, you right, man. You speaking truth right there. Listening to comprehend. Listening to comprehend. I think a lot of people, male and female alike, do not know how to listen to comprehend, at least well. I have my moments where I don't listen to comprehend. I have some moments I don't hear it all. So
And this how you could tell that Stu not hearing it. So when you're talking and explaining what it is y'all talking about, he like, yeah. So I was also thinking, Jay, that this could have, but then again, so then you go back to like, no, Stu, listen to what I just said. And I'm like, yeah, that's that selective hearing that kicked in right there. You already had your shit pre-made.
Well,
when you came in this conversation, your whole conversation was already pre-made. You had that shit written out. bullets by
Well,
bullets by
bunnies are the
bullets.
same thing, but that's the things between listen to comprehend and listen to respond.
Mhm.
You're just waiting for an opportunity to say something that you missed what was discussed.
Especially if I'm in a call with like a whole bunch of people, like a Discord call, there definitely be moments where I'll just zone the fuck out. I zone out. I'm in my own world for whatever, whether I'm on my phone or I'm in a game or whatever, and then I come back in the conversation and they deep into whatever conversation, and then I try to butt in. But I didn't miss out on so much context that that when I come in, they're like, "Nigga, what?" I'm just like, "Oh, I thought I
Jay is
was
talking,
agreeing
but I
with
don't
you."
hear him.
You looking at the mic, but you ain't saying it in the mic, Jay.
No, I'm looking at because who can't hear who? Y'all can't hear me?
He wasn't
No,
talking.
Look at
you
you
was
always.
not talking
Okay.
for a minute there.
I was listening. My bad. My bad.
Yeah. So that is good though. So definitely struggle. So I think this next question, we're gonna move on to this, even though I know not everybody answered that question. I think this kind of goes what we're talking about when it comes to dealing with people. And I think Jay, you said something about this earlier in the pod. Have you ever dealt with burnout? You know, some people call it a social battery when you're trying to keep up with a certain image online.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I operate on
Mine,
5% every
no.
day.
In person, yes. My people
Charge the shit.
my people battery in person, yeah, it be low. Cause I use here's how I say it. You can't use my people battery if you don't pay for it. Meaning, if I ain't at work, I'm not using my people battery. Okay?
Shut up.
Yes,
That's how I save myself. But online, a bitch be bored. I don't have no people battery online because I ain't got to deal with people in person. For me, dealing with somebody physically versus dealing with somebody pixely, internetally. Yeah, we making it worse today.
Hey, love it.
Hmm.
Anonymity. You know what I'm saying? All of that.
Like, oh, this is back there. Look at him. Wait, he's on this side.
no,
Wait,
he's on the
no,
other side.
that side.
Yeah.
I was right side. See, listen, this is how high I am. I can't tell which side to point. I can't tell which way
Hey,
to point.
this is one of my favorite podcasts. Let's get it.
I'm just real quick.
She said,
Hey,
"I'm
yo,
going."
Jay, just come on, join me real quick.
Yeah, she looked like Chris Tucker off was that Rush Hour? He's like, which one of y'all kicked me?
Which one of y'all kids? Oh man. So no, for sure though. For sure though. For sure. So Jay, you know, well, you say you live off 5% when it comes to. So how much battery does your juice? How much battery does your people skills have, lady? What's your battery at?
See, you said Jay. I thought you was gonna wait for Jay to respond.
Well, I forgot he responded first.
I literally just typed in the chat. I'm like, whenever somebody's like, "Why you need to go outside?" No, I don't. Why not? Because they're people. Like there are
People
times.
outside.
Listen, listen. My last 3 jobs and potentially my next one don't require me to always be around people. Cause like I grew up with my mom's a single mom. I have 5 siblings. I have 4 siblings. They're all younger than me. I'm tired of people. I like the only people I want around me going forward if we don't live in the same space is my husband and any future kids. That's it. That's the only people I want around me, like all the time. Other than that, I can go outside and be friendly, like a few times a month. Other than that, leave me alone. You can
And
message
here's
me. I'll message you.
me personally, and I think and this goes back to what I was saying about me really genuinely loving interaction with humans. I like going outside. I mean, okay, I like going outside to an extent. Let me put this up here. I like meeting new people, talking to them, getting to, like I said, conversation. I like that, right? But all day, like for instance, I went outside yesterday. I had to run around, had to pay some bills. I went outside. I walked 2.2 miles yesterday. Crazy. Anybody who follow me and they know me working out, moving around, that's huge. I came into bed and I KO'd, which is why Bunny, I know we were supposed to play earlier in the day, but let me tell you, my body said, fuck that PC, fuck that controller, lay
Sir,
your ass down.
I
So
had to take a
Mm-hmm.
whole day of rest in between working out.
so I
Mm-hmm.
was so I was I was tired as hell. And so that was just yesterday. The day before that I
Okay.
walked like another mile. So I did like 3 miles in 2 days. I'm still hurting doing this podcast right now. But
I'm proud
anyway,
of you.
sidebar. Thank you,
You did that shit.
thank you, everybody that say good job, man. Anyway, but no, yeah, for real, I like being around people. Like I'm a people person. I just don't like too much people. I'm a big person on energy. Like,
You knew it was coming.
did she just call bullshit on me? No, listen, no, no. When you call,
That
did she
was
just call bullshit?
that was perfect timing. That was
That was
perfect
perfect
timing.
timing.
I don't know if it's because of some gas that she's smoking or is Stu. She's saying Stu on bullshit. I don't know.
Tell
It can
me.
go anywhere.
No, that was funny.
All I
That
know
was
is
perfect timing.
you better
That
not
was
hit the
perfect
flow
timing.
again.
That was so perfect. But like
Shit.
for sure, like okay. For instance, if I'm going out to a club, right? Mind you, I don't like clubs because most of the time the energy around. Damn, she on her knees. You praying?
I said she gonna end up on the floor. You hear what I said?
No. You need some water.
She need Jesus.
Okay, she good. She good, y'all.
A
Thumbs up
third
for Poppy.
baptism.
We got this. We good. Right? She good. She good. She good.
It's just to the rescue. Just take her out. Tell her to. I don't know.
Zeus
Do
is
it better
currently
next time.
taking me out.
I see.
Okay.
Fighting for
All
my
right.
life down here.
So whenever I
Hi.
did go out to clubs, stuff, I didn't really like clubs because the energy in clubs just felt predatory.
It is very predatory.
It just felt predatory. It just didn't feel like a safe environment for me. And I'm not talking about like, sexually or anything, like just like it just felt like people when they go to clubs just don't have the mindset, at least how I view it. They don't have the mindset of just going to hang out and just be friends. That's just me. That's how I see it. Whatever.
Okay. Okay.
But like me, I love kickbacks. A perfect idea for me is all the people I care about. Me, Jay, Lady. I don't know about Salty. But just a whole bunch of people. And get Jay face.
Live.
There's a whole bunch of people, but I say 10, 15 people. We all in the house. We could be smoking. We could be drinking. We can watch anime. It could be a barbecue, whatever, and just having a good time, playing cards, spades, whatever. And we just having a good time. That to me. I love it. I think I said this before. I love like a family barbecue type of atmosphere. That's my ideal, like a family barbecue. People you love and care about. You got some food. You got people playing spades. You got some video games over. Everybody you can mix and mingle who you want to hang out with at the barbecue for that couple hours that day or whatever. That's to me that's perfect. Me personally, I wouldn't say that's salty.
See, listen, like Sue, I could do that twice a month and be happy about it.
Hey, you feel me?
But like if you was like every weekend we gotta go out, we gotta like I don't drink to get drunk. I don't smoke anymore. I just want to buy it. So if you're
Salty
like,
not about it.
why salty? Who is salty? What is this?
Salty dog. I'm just playing around with this. I like playing around with salty.
Everybody.
My thing is, I'll show up to an event sober,
She ain't leaving sober.
and if it makes me want to go outside and smoke within the first 3 minutes, I just leave.
But what
Because that
if
means I
you going
wasn't
outside
feeling
to
the
smoke
vibe.
to have fun though? Like for instance,
No, that
if
means I
Jay was
wasn't feeling
there
the vibe. I
and
was
Jay wanted to
bored.
roll up and say, "Hey, Bunny, I know you smoke. You trying to hit this?"
I mean,
I think it's different.
I would tell him to give me a few additional minutes if I actually like what's going on. Or
Okay,
I'd be
you
like,
still gotta scope it. I feel you.
yeah. But if it's just an immediate, we going outside to smoke within the first 3 minutes, nah, fam.
All right, so Jay,
I'ma
wait
just
a
go
little
ahead
bit.
and go somewhere else, go across the street.
Well, because it
Wait a little.
sounds
That
like
Latino
Bunny.
club looked like they was jumping over there.
They always jumping. I ain't
For real.
Well, because Bunny, it sounds like you don't want to feel like you have to be inebriated to have a good time.
Okay, big words today. I like this. Let me go with
It's
that.
not that I don't feel like that.
No, I say
For
you don't
me,
want to feel like that.
yeah.
Because you're like, if I feel like I got to go get high, I'm leaving. And I'm like, because you don't want to. So it sounds like you don't want to feel like you have to be under the influence to have a good time. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yes and no.
Inebriated means drunk. Okay, nice.
Because I
Drunk,
love
under
smoking and
influence.
going out and enjoying myself. Because sometimes I end up at a Waffle House, sometimes I end up in a whole new state. You never know what happened.
I'm sorry, what? New York don't count because you live in Jersey.
So
But
so she a fun drunk. She a fun.
that's why I stopped drinking.
And that's good. You gotta because that's not
I
safe.
drink
That's not safe.
selectively. Like I have to
That's
feel
not
safe around you. If I can't trust you with my life, that means I can't get lit with you. That means I ain't gonna smoke near you. I ain't gonna drink near you. I damn sure ain't gonna take nothing coming out your mouth, face, or nothing, or no bottle that you give me.
Nah, you were thinking what I was thinking. We was
Yeah, I
thinking
was like, what are we talking about? Listen,
we was thinking it together because I was like,
How
I was
did
like,
we get here?
I want you to replay what you said and the way you said
What
it
I
to
feel
said,
like us three all had the same thoughts.
because you had me. I was like, yep, yep. Mm-hmm. And then you said something coming out their face, and I was like, wait, what's coming back? Why are we, how do we get here? But then you said alcohol bottles. I'm like, okay, she meant like passing beverages and blunts
blunt,
around.
passing the blunt,
Yeah, but
nothing coming out your mouth, your
you
face.
kind of like suggested that earlier. So when you double back to it, it was almost redundant. So I was confused.
Mm.
The next time I smoke with somebody, I need somebody to reteach me how
Oh,
to
we
get high.
gonna
Cause
learn together.
I haven't smoked since college, so I forgot all the damn rules. I
I'll
know
teach
there's some
you.
rules, but I forgot them.
Listen, I got you, bro.
I
No, she
forgot.
don't, because she be dying every
I
time.
got you.
Yeah, I just saw you almost collapse. I don't know if I want that as my
No,
teacher.
no,
No,
no.
you don't need
So
that coach.
I
it's just
just
because I was like about to sneeze at the same time, which was a very unfortunate situation, and my body didn't know how to respond.
yeah, I
So
feel
it tried
that.
to save my life.
They try to say your life, but okay, by
I
collapse.
lived.
It
You
happens
here?
several times
You
a
here
day,
now?
Bunny.
So since we've talked about relationships on this podcast, which not really, this wasn't a podcast for it, but I'm glad this question was brought up to bring that up, right? So how do you feel? And I'm gonna start this off with Bunny first. How do you feel, or how does online personas affect relationships, whether it be dating or friendships or even family dynamics?
I'm gonna need you to be
How does an
specific.
online how
What
be specific?
relationship you want to know about?
Well, I mean, you can, like I said, we here for a while. You can talk about all three if you want to, but like, yeah,
Lord.
I'll just ask you this way: has your online persona ever made somebody IRL feel different about you, or a relationship feel different about you?
Yep, I have had that. So, as you can tell, I am by no means, or anyway, a skinny bitch. I have never claimed to be a skinny bitch. I used to be skinny in high school.
But
I
you're still a
think
bad bitch. Such a
She's
fine
I
not
ass.
had a big
fake.
ass head.
And you got a nice ass. That could not have just come into
First of all,
existence.
we ain't have to go down there, okay?
I
We
mean,
ain't
you
have to do all
fine.
that.
So let's just say it. Like,
Thank
damn,
you,
And now you
bitch,
got to
thank you.
what?
I
stand up. Now you
appreciate
got
it.
to stand up.
Okay, I'm working on that.
Working on what? Working on appreciating that you fine as fuck, or working on realizing you fine, or you associate you being fine
All
with
of
your
it.
weight. Because I need you to disassociate your weight with damn bitch you fine. You sat like a pancake house. Damn.
Did you say
So she's yo J. She yo J.
she is?
She yo J. Okay,
She is.
she yo J.
The fuck you mean by that?
I think it's
She
supposed to be
what
a
she
compliment.
because you be telling me stuff like that all the time. Like you be telling
You
me
just
stuff
spoke
like
some real life into me, and I'm
JB
working on learning to accept it.
JB speaking life in me all the time. Nah, Stu, you not fat. All you gotta do is get this together. You be good. Hoes be all upon you all the time. He be saying that to me all the time. So I was like, okay, so she yo J. Okay, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my belly bigger than hers. Like bitch, we wear the same size clothes, but you wear it better. Can I see the snatched waistline, the voluptuous booty? And even if you decided you got
All
a
right, okay.
breast reduction for your back, you still be fine.
Not for the back.
The back
Wait,
is oof.
I prefer that. Anyway, we're gonna say that for a Discord call because that's how y'all going on, man. So
She's
yeah,
getting there, bro.
so
I
how does
forgot the
online
question too. Hold on.
yeah, so how does online personas affect relationships? You talked about, you're a little bit of a bigger girl now, your word. So
So
how has that affected you in relationships?
that comes with an already preconceived stereotype and notion of a lot of things, from dancing down to how many bodies I may or may not have had, allegedly.
Allegedly.
This ain't a court case. Do you think, girl?
Allegedly.
With that being said, mixing that into online, people who know me IRL, the moment I say, "Oh yeah, I play games and I stream," if I don't mention that I play games before I say that I stream, the first thing everybody thinks is I'm a spicy account.
OnlyFans. Hey,
Okay, hey, you got me. You ain't had to. You ain't had to. You know what I'm saying? You got me. 100%. That's about.
Everybody thinks it.
You got me.
Even
You
my
got me.
mama,
Cause
the moment she
100%.
found out, no, the moment my grandma found out, she said, "I didn't know you could strip on the internet now." Grandma!
okay, but hold on. To be fair to your grandma, you did make jokes about being a stripper.
A stripper on GTA 5 role play. You got the most anybody can say they got out of me was some motherfucking pixel motherfucking pussy. Okay?
Pixel pussy.
This is
Pixel
what you
pussy.
And that
are.
pixel pussy was stingy as fuck,
Jay,
bro.
yo, you wasn't here for that conversation. You didn't come in yet.
He
We had a whole
didn't know.
conversation about pixel pussy. Yeah.
I forgot he wasn't here for that. This is processing.
Like
What?
pixel pussy.
Ain't no way. You know what?
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey,
We had a
Coke. Let
phone
me
sex
see.
conversation. Oh yeah, because I was talking to her Discord and
'Cause
she was
what?
talking to you, Stu.
Yeah.
Yeah. We said the
She
same
was
thing.
so she was telling about some stuff she did on GTA, and how some people still hit her up and all this other stuff, and how people are thirsting over her pixel pussy, and so
I told her she should
it
have called
was
girl at that point, but I was joking.
man, it was
Listen, like
funny.
I
It was
said,
so funny.
even the pixel pussy was stingy, bruh. She was
Stingy.
out here selective as a motherfucker. You couldn't say you had the pixel pussy. I'm just saying. Anywho, with that being said, when it comes to in-person relationships, especially if it's like somebody I'm dating, it either goes one of like three ways. The first way is that's pretty cool. I play games too. I bet you I could beat your ass at 2K. You damn sure can, because I don't play that game. I'm gonna be button mashing like a motherfucker. I'm gonna be passing to Curry and Jamal Iverson, okay? Okay?
She don't
She
know.
said Jermaine Jamal Iverson. Hey, that nigga a demon, whoever he is. Whoever he is, that nigga is next. Where's Jermaine Jamal Iverson? He is next up. He is next up, bro. Like what? I don't know who it is, but I know he got the meanest crossover ever. I know he do. Look,
Bruh.
And they be
Bruh.
trying to play that digital love and basketball for real.
God.
It either goes like that, or it goes, so what I'm hearing is I can help make you some money. Sir, back the fuck up. How? Let me
Jay,
manage. Let me show
yes.
you how
Say
you
it
really
again, Jay.
do it. Manage what? I go live once every 3 to 6 business months, okay? If I sneeze on accident and hit the button,
she said business months.
You said I give her a hard time when I say business days.
that's the second
Oh
one.
my God, bro.
Mhm.
The third one is genuine interest, which is very fucking rare. And that one is, hey, okay, can you teach me how to play? Like, I don't play these games, but I'm willing to learn or some shit like that. So, my life of saying I'm a streamer, my relationships have been very. One thing I'm very known for as a streamer is this is my normal PSA. This is not made for children under the age of 18. Whatever the fuck I say is whatever the fuck I feel. Whatever the fuck I feel is whatever the fuck I say. With that being said, if you get in trouble because you are in my chat and I said fuck 1 minute 2 fucking times, tell your mama not me. Tell your daddy to come watch me too. That's it. That's
Yeah,
my
daddy
PSA.
come watch me too. Period. You feel me?
That's the PSA.
Period. What Drew Skin copy? Period. Cause what?
No, cause like I don't know.
Clip that. That need to be an emote.
No, cause like seriously, my baby face. It's like I have a baby face, but the body don't give that. The body gives. I done had maybe a kid or somebody tried to give me a kid at one point in my life.
You let that. You know what I'm saying?
And unfortunately,
We gotta
I
get Jay in
somehow
there.
attract children into my streams. So I had to start doing that PSA because one lady tried to hit up my inbox and get me banned from the platform.
See, here's the thing
Another
about
instrument. That's another relationship that gets ruined.
here's the thing about that.
Not that I want kids in my stream.
I gotta figure out how I'm gonna say this without getting canceled. Stop getting mad at streamers for what your kids stumble upon.
For real.
Maybe if there were better limits, they wouldn't stumble upon these things.
Parental guidance.
Right. You know, I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, because I put the disclaimer up and I do all that. So if this little 12-year-old come my stream, that ain't my fault. That ain't my fault. I work hard to make sure. But yeah, so next I'm gonna say it again. So, lady, for you, has your online persona ever affected you relationship wise with anybody IRL?
So there was a guy that I dated when we moved in. We moved to after I moved to St. Louis, and he became very jealous of my online friends to a very violent. It was always, and his favorite slogan was like, "You love your online friends more than you love me." And I'm like, what the? I'm like, I spend 3 to 4 hours with my online friends when I'm in a relationship. I'll still get 3 4 hours. Okay, we talk whenever. But I'm like, you got me all day when I'm not at work. What are you talking about? So he broke things because he just didn't want me talking to people. He broke things that I paid for. Not like you bought it. I bought it. Buddy, I see that face. Don't worry about it. But I mean, that was a thing. And it was also a thing with like me and like some of my siblings. We were never been close. And I started finding friendships and close relationships online. And my mom would actually be like, "Oh, you're closer to strangers than you are your own family." And I would literally be like, "I wonder whose fault is that?" And like one of my sister that I'm not close to would always throw blood is thicker than water, and I'd hit her with the whole phrase. Because the whole phrase is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. But so not necessarily my online persona, but my online life did affect those dynamics negatively. Now, a positive one is I do have an IRL friend that Bunny knows, and he plays games with us. Just
Okay.
thinking about it. I'm sorry thinking about it.
It was a lot.
He's in the same server that we invited you to, Stu. I know this man in real life. He's seen me in better worse. He is my best male friend, period. Like, I know he would go
Platonic motherfuckers.
very platonic. But I know he would go to bat for me any day of the week. Because when I was with that person that was violent towards me, he was like, "Do I need to come pick you up?" I was like, "I will pick you up. You can come and stay over
I
here."
was gonna ask, are they still walking the earth? But that's another
I
question for
don't know.
later.
I don't care what happened
Alright.
to this man. We
I
don't
need you to put
we
that
don't
out.
talk.
Need you to put that out. Yeah. Because now the other side of the blunt has came to pass.
No. When she said he destroyed something and became violent, I'm naturally a don't fuck around and find out person,
Okay.
also known as a don't start nothing, won't be nothing person. And
Okay.
whenever somebody that I love and care for outside of myself, which takes a lot, by the way,
It's okay,
is fucked
Bunny.
with,
Put the kitty claws down.
I become a little bit of a how can we solve the problem person.
Black Panther on healers. And if
But
y'all don't play Rivals, you don't understand
you don't
that's like,
understand.
okay? But for anybody
Black
who
Panther
plays
and
Rivals,
Irises. Oh my god.
if you play Marvel Rivals, you know she's Black Panther on these healers, basically, is what she's saying. Can't see them, you don't even know what happened, but you know you did.
I mean, there
Yeah.
was Bunny. It's fine. It's been a very long time now. But the point was that was like the first big thing that happened that was like negative. That wasn't somebody that was related to me blood wise. Because I'm the black sheep of my family. I'm used to not being close to them. I'm used to them not understanding me. But this person that I was like so like I love you and I will do any and everything for you suddenly didn't understand me, but he knew me. Like I thought he knew me. And like that was his reaction. I can handle it. And like he destroyed one of the ways I connected with people that actually cared about me and helped me and like talked me off some ledges about some things. And I hit there's a panic button that goes off when you're freaking out because you like true isolation was terrifying. But anyway, So that was that. So that was the worst experience. The best experience is I have people like Tay that he shows up and we just goofballs online, but we're goofballs in person. And he's a chaos demon online. He's less of a chaos demon in person. He is a little different, but he's not very different in person. He's a little less, but he gives me so much heat. It's okay.
Yeah, okay, okay, okay. UWW. So Jay, for you, has your online persona, has J Mello 25 ever gotten in the way of, Jay?
Yeah, I would say get that. Never mind, never mind,
Say
never
that. Say that.
mind.
Say that. Say that.
But
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah. To answer your question, we're gonna keep that short. Yeah, yeah, yeah. J Mello has gotten Jay into some trouble a little bit.
Okay, okay. I feel that. Okay. So because of that, right? When we talked about digital faces, we talked about people acting different. I've never been part of the GTA community. I've heard the GTA community is kind of crazy, right? And I heard that people can latch on, and so I've never been part of GTA community, so I don't know. But in this digital age that we live in now, right? Is it really? Do you think it's really possible? Jay, I'm gonna let you answer this first. Do you think it's possible to fully really know someone, okay? Or are we just meeting a version of them that just happens to be within this 16 by 9 or 9 by 16 camera?
Man, first and foremost, you never truly know anybody because nobody ever really truly knows themselves, right?
That
Even
part.
those who claim that, well, I know myself inside and out, everybody forget this variable in life: growth, change, whatever you want to, whatever you want to call it today, right? Everybody wakes up a different person every day. You may feel like you're the same, but your next 24 hours will not be like this 24 hours, no matter what you know what I'm saying, no matter how you feel it. So I do not believe that you truly know anybody. You like because everybody changes.
That I love that. I love that right there. You can never know. Right. Yeah, I love that. So, lady, what about you? Do you think you could ever fully know somebody, or maybe not 100%? You know them very, very, very well online.
No, no, I agree with Jay. Like the only thing I think you could actually ever know about yourself is you know what kind of mindset you have. But even that's growing and changing. And if it's not growing and changing and you're being stagnant, then I feel like that's when you just decided you're gonna die. The minute you choose to not grow and change, you chose death. You live like, but you know what I mean? Like living death because
My
you're not
grandfather used to
progressing.
say that.
So like, because like growing and changing comes from choosing to learn something every day. Like I reevaluate a lot of my relationships. Like there are some times with Bunny where I have had a minute, and I say Bunny because she's here, but I've had a minute. I'm like, damn, I know what I meant, but did I take that too far? Was that too much? Am I actually bitter about something and trying to make it a joke, or like was it actually a joke? Like the self reflection is all I got. I will never be like I know myself, but I will try to hold myself accountable. And like if you have basic values, core values, that's probably the only thing that will change the least.
Mm.
And I say the least, not because those things can change too. They can either merge together. You can drop one thing because you realize that that don't really resonate who you are now, but it was who you were last week or last year. That's why people say new year, new me all the time. But it's not a whole year before it's a new you. Like it's not. It's a new you as long as you're like, y'all can't even see my books, but I got books up there, right? Behind me. Most of those books are focused on personal development and growth. And
Love that.
they still up there because I got to reread them once a year. I try to read most of them in the first 6 months. I read 9 books in 6 months this year.
I
But
can listen to you read it. I don't know if I'm gonna read it myself, but I can listen to you read it.
go get audiobooks. But the point is, I highlight most of those books, and I realize when I reread them the next year, I highlight something different because something different stood out to me that time, which might be something else that I need to grow through, deal with, or like think about. So I don't think that there's ever that you ever really know somebody. Like I'm like, I know Bunny really well. I know this version of Bunny really well.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I
Because many of
hope
you train. No, let me stop. I ain't gonna do. It. I
well,
ain't gonna do.
because I hope that we'll both grow and change, and I hope that our relationship will have a positive effect on that growth and change. because stagnation is a death sentence to me.
This girl preaching today. We
Mm,
got we got Reverend Lady in the chat today, man.
mm,
Yeah, she's saying that 100% though. You 100%. My grandfather used to always say you either get busy living or you get busy dying. Those are the only two options. And at first, I ain't never understood what the hell that meant, but over time, I started learning. And what you said is basically what it means. Like, if you're not learning something every day, if you're not putting some type of effort in some type of day, your body just naturally deteriorates. And I personally can attest to that. When COVID happened and I stopped being moving, and I said, matter of fact, Jay, I sent you a video of me today. I said that to you
mhm,
of me pre-COVID. I looked different. I talked different. I was different. My hairstyle was different. Everything. I was just a different student, and I was busy living. I was working. I had 2 jobs. I went to school. I had a girl. Had money. I was living, and then COVID happened, and for me, it was just like everything just stopped, and I stopped with it. Right, I stopped with it. And then, that's when the online persona became a thing. Big Stu Gaming became a thing because Real Stu was just sitting in the house depressed. That's how Big Stu Gaming became a thing. Um but recently I'm getting back to getting out and moving and trying to just fix. Now the difference is now is because of basically 5 years of stagnation. Me moving now hurts physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. All that hurts, and so that's something that I'm having to go through. I'm talking to my brother, but aka therapist, about, like, yeah, it hurts whenever you're just stagnant for a long period of time. You're dying, and I didn't understood it. I did not understand when my grandfather said it until I lived it. These last 5 years, I was dying slowly, right? And I ain't trying to go too dark on it, but I'm just saying that to say I feel you on that, right? I definitely feel you on that. But yes, I'm gonna get back to
Hold on,
what
wait.
you were saying
Before
about being. Yeah, go
Let
ahead.
me change the topic. I want to acknowledge something that somebody said in the chat. Because Ryu said, only certain people truly know you, and not everyone needs to know you for real. And I want to comment on this because I feel like this is an important thing too. Because there are people you let close that you shouldn't let close with. And I think that's the thing about I'm glad that my generation learning it, but like boundaries early are so important because if you let the wrong people close because you have no boundaries, they tend to weaponize the things that you let them know about you, and they don't mean you any good. They only mean you harm. So I mean, I get that. Like I was like, yeah, I just wanted to address that because that was a good point to make.
It was a very good point. I love a good boundary. You know what, lady? Yes. Gotta love a good boundary. Because let me tell you what my lady taught me about boundaries. Because I'm gonna be honest, I was a goddamn field. There was no boundaries with me.
mm,
So I had to learn that. I had to learn that. Lady, how many times did you basically violently tell me to get some boundaries? Like so
mm.
I'm learning boundaries right now. So yes, the boundaries are very you gotta have that. You have to put that. You can't have, and not everybody can have access to everything.
And boundaries with family is just as important.
Right.
Just as
Oh
important.
my God.
That
They're
is
the
that
most crucial. The
that
most.
is yes. Because I feel like there's a lot of times just because someone said your mama is my sister, I should be able to speak on whatever I want to speak on.
Not
Or
me that
whatever you know what I said that wrong, but you know what I meant. Like,
I know what you meant.
yeah, yeah. So yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
give a
so like,
fuck. Keisha is my favorite response.
and look, just because, look, and I've had this conversation with my mama. I was like, Mama, I love you. But there's some times where you pull that mama card out to where you feel like I should be able to say or do what I want just because I'm your mama. And that ain't real. Like that, you should be able to say or do whatever just because you birthed me and I love you. But there's some times where, and that goes for my dad, that goes for my brother. So I think that's so boundaries. I thank you for saying that. Hit the nail on the head with that one.
Well, and I think the thing is like that you lady was like, you don't grow up with boundaries. I'm like, but yeah, that's the other thing too. It's like most of our generation didn't grow up with boundaries, and most of our generation grew up with at least one narcissistic parent, and the entitlement that came with that. You like afraid to establish boundaries, and then you think because you're an adult or because they raised you, it's too late to establish boundaries. So you don't establish boundaries. You establish fences with gates that don't have locks, so they can just knock it over and walk in and be like, "Bitch, what?" Oh, yeah, I know you said this was a boundary, but if you don't reinforce that boundary with some concrete, you can have a gate, but it gotta have a lock and a key. Because people
That's
just
why I'm
walk
in the
in and
state
out
of New
whenever they
Jersey
want to.
now.
Where my
Yep.
food at?
Hold on, bitch, you got food? Damn,
You ain't tell nobody you was
she's
getting
so
food.
hungry.
Said
Hello?
earlier, y'all was interrupting my big backery because I was politely scrolling on my goddamn Uber Eats.
I mean, baby got back. I didn't think you was talking about that back.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You need a computer chair. I'm tired of you sitting on this hard ass chair.
no, so we down to the last two questions here. Jay, I'm gonna let you have this one here. We down to the last two. So if you had to take off your digital mask today, if you could take off Jay Mello 25 and just be Jay, right? What's one thing I or any people who knows Jay Mello 25 will be surprised to learn?
Those who are close to me, y'all know, man. Y'all know me, honestly. So it wouldn't be a surprise of much. Y'all would know. Y'all know how I get. You know, that 5% that I operate on, that get depleted real fast and I disappear. I disappear for hours, I'll disappear for days, I'll disappear for weeks. Y'all know. So it's like there wouldn't be a big difference between Jay and Jay Mello, honestly, with y'all. Like, newcomers, they would probably feel like I'm cold. They would probably feel like I'm distant, shy, observant, all of the above, honestly. But those who close to me, y'all already seen me full circle. Y'all seen me stressed. Y'all seen me relieved. Y'all seen me loving. Y'all see me hating. I wouldn't necessarily say hating, but that's the only word that's opposite of loving right now that's in my head. So, but yeah, y'all see me full circle. So,
And the best way to see him full circle is make sure you tune into his stream, J Mello 25 on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? So you can see these.
what she say? I stream once every business
3 to 5 business
months.
months.
Yeah.
Y'all keep taking business month, sir.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I enjoyed that one. That was cool.
Well, make sure y'all hit that follow so you can be there when he get that business month. You know. So, lady, with you, if you had to take off your digital mask, which I know you said the same thing as Jay, you really don't have one, but if you wasn't lady and you were just you, what was something that I would be surprised to learn, or anybody, for instance?
Okay, the reason, and I don't think this is much of a surprise, but the
Should have
reason
killed somebody,
I'm
y'all. God
so
damn it.
patient is because the reason I'm so patient and why I'm so vocal with people is so that I have a clear conscience if I decide to cut you off. And it won't be a surprise. Like it'll be, I tried to talk to you about it. You don't want to be receptive, or you want to deflect, and I'm waiting to give you a chance. But once that chance is gone, that bird is Brit is, it's not gonna be no contact. It's gonna be okay. Nice knowing you. Bye. We have nothing else to talk about. But it's because I can do that with such a clean conscience because I was so patient and I tried to be understanding because I know what I tried to do. And I don't necessarily give you my timeline, but it's more of I address this with the expectation that you know that you did this thing and it rubbed me the wrong way or it hurt me. And also, instead of blowing up on me, tell me if something that I did hurt you because I don't like conflict, but I do like conflict resolution.
So that
So, I burn bridges if I feel like this is gonna just be a path that leads to just endless conflict.
okay, I feel that. I can respect that. I'm gonna go ahead and tell my point of view because some of her munching, so I'm gonna tell my point of view.
Wait. Let me ask a question real quick. How do you analyze
Yeah.
if it's going down that path or not? What are your signs?
It's like I have a 3-strike policy, right? So if something happens and I bring it up to you and your immediate reaction is to deflect it the first thing I'm dissecting is how I delivered it. It's like, okay, was that accusation when I brought it up? Did this offend them? Are they not used to people confronting them about things that make them uncomfortable? First thing, I do a bunny thing, but not a bunny thing. I'll follow up and within 24 hours and be like, hey, I really feel like we need to talk for this if we're gonna have like this specific thing, if we're gonna have healthy communication, because all relationships are important.
Mhm.
Friendships, partner, like spouses, all of them are important. So if I'm like, this is a big deal to me, or this is important to me that we resolve this so we can move forward. If you're dismissive, okay, all right. I don't, again, is it me? Was I being thoughtless? Am I being dramatic? Okay, then I'll try not to gaslight myself because I'll do that real good. I'll gaslight the fuck out of myself and guilt trip the
Uh,
fuck out of myself. So I got to draw the line there like, hold on, hold on, hold on. Because if I'm making excuses after the second time, I'm going to say something one last time. It's like, listen, this is important to me that we resolve this because I don't want any future conflicts, or I don't want us to be in a repetitive cycle where we feel like we can't talk about hard things. That third time, you have a negative reaction, I'm done.
Okay.
Because people show you who they are the first time. You just got to pay attention. So if you're dismissing, deflective, or mocking me for feeling an emotion that you don't agree with or you think is too much, after I didn't express to you why this topic or this situation is important to me that we resolve, and I'm asking you to partner with me on the solution about it, I'm
Mhm.
inviting you to a discussion about it, not me just coming at your neck about it.
Yeah.
Because then is the relationship worth working on? Is it worth building on, improving? Is it? Because it's clearly not to you as it is to me.
Save your energy.
mm.
Save your energy. Save your energy, girl. All right, Miss Chipotle.
It's not Chipotle. I don't like boba. That's boba.
First off,
What was it? What was it? You
my
gotta
big
let us know what it was.
read of the day. Shout out to Gong Cha.
What?
Why take someone to say that?
Gong Cha for the first one. And then the second one, the halal guys.
I've heard halal guys. I've never had it. They just opened one near me like a
I'm
couple
on
days
my
ago.
fitness journey. It's worth it. All it
Lady,
needs a
I'm a
little salt and pepper
Sagittarius.
and a little bit of
She is
extra
Sagittarius too. Both
seasoning.
Sagittarius from Chicago. Sorry, I've cut you off. I'm
Shut
sorry.
up, hater.
But
You,
yes,
you good? It's okay.
y'all both Sagittarius. Y'all both from Chicago. Whoo,
Southside
y'all
Chicago.
related. Southside Chicago. Yeah, lady. This your cousin you ain't never meet. That's what it is. I found your cousin
I got a
prior
lot
to
of
you.
them.
I
That's
mean,
my
she is a
dad's fault.
lady.
Yeah, her name is my lady.
Yeah, so yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, y'all family, y'all don't even know it. But yeah, so halal guys, definitely. They just opened one near me, and I gotta get it. I'm kind of broke right now. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not broke. I'm in between blessings. But yes,
Yeah.
that's yeah. I need to get that. I need to get that. Jay, you and this damn finger.
Well, because the thing is, like, the
Clock
tiny
it.
claps is with clapping without all the noise. But still, the reason why that's important though is because, like, at some point, broke is just a mindset.
True.
And if you always speaking, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, you'll never experience true wealth because you correlate wealth with money.
Mm.
So you all fucked up. So
I
you
can't
being
be
in
having two
between,
J's,
but
man. Look, I need y'all to you say that for the last
I'd be
one.
like, my pocket's a little dry, but I ain't never gonna say I'm broke. Like, I think I did like twice. Bunny can catch me in that lie.
But no,
I ain't
like,
gonna say mine's just dry. I'm gonna say they just a little dehydrated. There's
what
still
my water
moisture
at?
in there.
Some moisture.
I can rub two nickels together and make $1.
Man, what? I need. Let me stop.
I got a dollar
Buddy.
right here. Dollar right here.
So,
I'll get $2.
but if you had to take off that digital mask, if you had to stop being Blaze Bunny and just be, I don't know your real name, but yeah,
I
just had
do.
to be you. Who would that person be that would surprise me, Jay, or anybody else that don't know you like that?
Nah, I keep it because even though some of my worst experiences were captured on camera, I wouldn't trade it because it made me stronger.
Yeah,
It made me the badass cuss your daddy out on COD person you see. Or in this case, Marvel Rivals, which are we playing after this? Before I
Yes.
forget?
I'm
Yeah.
not. I told Ivy I
Okay.
was gonna play Smite,
Yeah.
so she was who was
Yeah, but
calling
I'm
me.
down. I'm done. Lady, is your alt like past gold? Like, cause can we get a lady?
Yeah, yeah.
What's your alt at?
No,
I
I
know I
have
can't play on your main because you a sweat, but what's your alt at?
what you mean?
No, I'm talking, yeah, mud lady, my bad. I'm talking mud lady. But yeah, so okay, okay. So you just saying you consistent. I'm gonna be honest. When it comes to me, right? And
What's up,
Jay
Danielle?
knows.
You play Smite?
Jay knows because he's seen me IRL stuff too. But for anybody who's not close to me and all they know is Big Stu Gaming, right? That's all they know. They tune into the stream. That's all they know. If I had if I had to think about this, and I think I have been thinking about this question all week. What would somebody find out about me that would be so shocking that it would just blow their mind, right? I think my alt is gold one. How your alt still higher than me? I hate it here. Look,
Wait, repeat that question.
the question that the question I just the question I was asked is if
Yeah,
somebody
my processor is not processing that.
okay, yeah. So for me, if somebody came, if I if I took down Big Stu Gaming and just was just Stu, right, just Stu, what would surprise that person? Somebody who got accustomed to Big Stu Gaming, not Stu, but Big Stu Gaming. For me, it would probably be I have a lot of anger. I have a lot of anger, and I don't say that as like, and I and I think it's I think the correct word is actually pain. I have a lot of pain, right? And I try to hide it well. There are some people who I can't hide it, from, and they see through that shit. But for the most part, I have a lot of pain, and that pain is shown as anger. And so, but it really is just from a place of love. Like I've been hurt through a lot of stuff, and so just growing up, I've just not expressed it. I've always hid it. I've either turned on the stream, like for the longest time, and I've told a lot of people I started streaming because I was depressed. For me, whenever I was going through something, I just said, "Fuck it, I'm about to just go live and just escape." I'm going to Stewville because can't nothing bad happen to me in Stewville, so I'm going to Stewville, and that was my escape, right? And I feel like that's how it is for a lot of people. For me, it's Stewville, like inside Stewville, inside my box, no one can affect me because it's my world. Kind of what Lady was saying earlier before. She said that she created a community to where it's her community. Which is why she's very free to be who she wants, who she is. She can cuss, she can do whatever because that's her community. Anybody you don't like, you can ban, right? And so that's kind of what I loved about it, streaming as well. I can ban whoever I want there. So if somebody who came to me and they see Big Sue Gaming, I'm always a super happy person. I'm always laughing. I'm always, I tell jokes, I flirt, I do whatever. I'm a super happy person. I think the biggest part they would see if they saw the real Stu is I'm also a very angry, hurt person more often than happy IRL. And that's what I'm working on. I'm working on bringing the happiness outside the screen, right? Outside the screen to just being happy all the time. That's what I'm working on right now. So
I
with
ain't
that
gonna
being said,
lie
we're
to
gonna work.
you. I
Yeah,
believe that we see that on your streams, bro. You rage. You're a rage streamer.
but that's a funny rage, right? That's a
Is
funny.
it
Bro,
though?
you
That's
do
a
you
funny
really
rage.
feel like all right, no disrespect, no disrespect, no disrespect when I say this. Nigga, do you really feel like you yelling, you
It's
as
funny.
Big Stu Gaming or Stu? You really feel like anybody that really knows is gonna still sit here and not laugh at you yelling IRL? I might die of laughter if I see you yell and being upset IRL. I'm not saying I don't take you serious, but it's like, do you really feel like your actual rage would make that situation funny for somebody who actually knows you?
Yes and no, because here's the thing. When I rage on stream or when I rage just in public around people, I rage differently than how I would in real life. And I say that, and which is why I said anger when I said that first. Rage, I think, is just a funny thing people use for compilations and all the other stuff. You have rage baits and all other stuff. But when I think of anger, I think of violence. I think of like something that's not that good, right? And so, yeah, I have an anger issue because of my pain. And so that's where people wouldn't that's why I said there's a difference, right? Yeah, and I think it's just more trauma based. I wouldn't say I'm an angry person like 100%, but I would say that when I do get mad and violent, it's pretty bad, which is why I try to avoid that side of Stu, you know. But you can't avoid who you are, you can only just minimize it. So with that being said, down to a couple people here. This is the last question. What would you guys say if you guys have to talk to somebody who's maybe struggling with identity when it comes to who they are online versus who they are in real life? The battle between whoever their online persona is to who they want to be in real life. What would you tell to that person struggling with that balance? Jay, you can go first.
So
I
technically,
missed
I
something.
can't.
Damn it.
Oh, no, you didn't. Matter of fact, because we're gonna give you this question. Go ahead and hit her with the question, Stu. Hit her with the question,
What's
Stu.
the
Not the
question?
That's
audible. Not the
Not the
diabolical.
audible.
head roll. Hold
That's
on.
actually crazy. Oh, let me see. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I can't fix it.
What do I walk into?
Okay. All right. There we go. So the question was, what advice would you give someone who may be struggling with the difference between online personalities and their true self, their IRL self? Like, what advice would you give that person for that person who's struggling with that balance?
Okay, let's go back because I mean we need to talk about what that actually means. Because sometimes your true self isn't the person you are in real life, especially when some people escape to the internet to be their true self. Because the person that they are in real life is being suppressed by people around them, their environment, their community, their family. So you need to define which version of yourself is your true self. And then you need to eliminate the other one. You need to devour, consume, accept, and stop being the separate people. Because then you create this conflict of like an identity crisis within yourself after a while. Because then you start lose track of, well, I don't even know who the real Cheyenne is. I do. She's a little dysfunctional. She don't say nice things about herself sometimes, and she also don't say nice things about other people sometimes. And she's working on that. But there's no distinction between Cheyenne and Lady because that just complicates and leads to confusion. Fuck how it affects other people, how that affects you. Because then that's how people wonder where they get imposter syndrome from, who they are versus who they're supposed to be. So
That's deep right there.
that answers the question.
Yeah, it does. It was a really good answer. Blaze, what about you? What advice would you give someone who struggles with that balance?
No, I apologize. Give me a second. Answer's loaded.
Wi-Fi, man.
Listen,
She is her Wi-Fi.
it is.
Love
It's so
her.
delayed over here.
Nah, it ain't. It's a crystal clear the whole day. I ain't give you no cop out, bitch. Your brain was delayed. She got high. She ate food. She need a nap. Come on, what's the answer? I'm ready.
Simplify it. The less you are trying to be someone else, whether it be online or in person, that you're not, the more bullshit you gotta go through, the more lies you gotta remember. Simplify it the most that you can.
But then the question is, who you lying to?
You can't lie to anybody if you're doing everything simply just the same yourself.
No, what I mean
However
by
you fucking feel. If you stop and ask yourself, does this make me feel any type of way? Does this make me feel like I'm doing something wrong? Does it put me in a bad position or light with the law?
look, no, I hear what you're saying, Bunny, but I feel like the caveat for what you said too, though, should be figuring out who you're lying to. Because you're right. There is a lot of faith. There's a lot of math to handle, a lot of lies to remember. But then at the end of the day, are you lying to yourself or the people that you're interacting? Not you, exactly, but hypothetical person. They need to figure out who gets their truths and who's getting their lies.
That's real. Jay, no, now that you throwing on somebody else, back to you now. You can't avoid this now.
They was spitting though.
They was
That's some
spitting.
crazy. And I
They
do
was
feel like
definitely spitting.
you definitely do have to figure out who you gotta figure out who you want to be at that moment or in that point in your life, and then figure out which side made you feel better. Was it your online or was it the other side? To figure out who you really are at that point in your life in order to figure out if you are masking anything or who you want to be. But yeah, you got to figure out you first. They was spitting with that. I like that.
Like you said, he liked that.
I
I
love
like
this.
that. Clock it.
Lock it.
For real, man. So that is actually that's the show for today. That's the show. That was a great show for today. This is actually the first podcast to go over 2 hours, right?
Wow.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. For anybody who's still in chat, I want to appreciate y'all. Well, I appreciate y'all. I want to thank y'all and show you appreciation. You feel me? For coming in here. You know, I'm gonna say my final words on this by saying this. You know, oops, not dang. Why did it go to you?
Because you're the one who talking.
No, it should have went to me. It went to her. I'm saying so.
On our screen, it went to you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go off and say this. Figure out like everybody said, and you guys heard me on this podcast multiple times talk about what's real and what's not. Figure out who the real you is. Okay. You the real you is what matters. And I know that's probably the hardest part about life is figuring out who the real you is. Take the time, learn who you are, learn what you like, learn what you don't like, learn what triggers you, learn what makes you upset, learn what makes you happy, what makes you cry, and everything in between. Because only then can you really allow the people who are supposed to be there actually come in. And then you'll be happy you won't have to worry about an online persona or an offline persona. It'll just be you and the people you allow to come in. So with that being said, thank you everybody for coming on the show today. Blaze, Lady, Jay again, you feel me? Everybody on the show, I would love to have you on the show again. Let me know. And make sure y'all tune in every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time to the Cool Down Day. Y'all not going to miss the episodes we have the rest of this month. It's going to be some fire episodes. Next week, we're talking about the difference between your voice. Hold on, let me pull it up right here. Let me pull it up so I can see. Let me read the title. Because, I'll be spitting with these titles. I ain't going to lie to you. I'll be spitting with these titles. All right, so next week we're talking about the battle between your voice and your views. Okay, we're talking about kind of with everything going on with a lot of people whose TV shows are getting taken down because they disagree with a political person. We're gonna bring that down to the lower level and talk about what are some things that you may say on your stream or your platform that may not be politically correct, but that is your God honest view. And how do you balance that? What you honestly feel and what you honestly say. So that's next week. So y'all not going to miss it, man. As always, remember to keep it spicy, keep it hot. Whenever you need to cool off, come on down to the Cool Down Den. It's your boy Stu, and I catch y'all next week.